That's great. I was the only person in here up until 2 seconds ago. Fester just scurried in like a rat. Oh, here comes Roxanne. Here comes Froggy. All right, guys, welcome. 6 o'clock as everyone just kind of casually just meanders in.
I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. This is how it's starting today.
Listen, I'm just noting what's occurring in the studio. Were
you locked out?
I'm a graphic, descriptive individual. I'm just describing. It's like I'm closed captioning.
So
you know.
Let me tell you graphically
how
the last 4 or 5 minutes of each of our lives have went. From being locked out of our building for some reason.
Right.
We don't know why.
Well, did you have your cards activated? Did you guys get a note?
What gives us notes?
All right, so you guys didn't get an email? You didn't get a text about making sure that your cards were activated?
I reread my contract.
Wonder Twin Powers activate!
I reread my contract, and reading emails was not part of it. So
I got you. All right, well,
deleted it off my phone.
Hey, by the way, folks, we have something ultra disturbing coming up on the MJ Morning Show. Fester, when is Operation Ultra Disturbing?
I give no details.
What?
I give no details.
No, I need to know what day.
Listen.
Because you told me it's coming. I think, now, Roxanne, you're giggling over there. So do you know what Operation Ultra Disturbing is?
I think I know. I've passed along something necessary to make Ultra Disturbing happen.
Yes. So when is this supposed to occur, and when are we going to be able to talk about it and display it and discuss it with our fabulous MJ Morning Show audience?
Possibly tomorrow.
So it'll occur today, documented today, and then for discussion tomorrow. Is that the plan?
Possibly.
Why possibly?
Why possibly?
I thought you told me it was going to happen today.
I mean, we could get hit by a meteor.
All right, listen, don't play games with me.
Flip over on the bridge.
Don't play games with me. Is it supposed to occur today for us to discuss and show tomorrow? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So, folks, I'm very excited here.
Me too.
As we launch the show at 6:02 here on a Wednesday, tomorrow should be a very, very uber disturbing day. Ultra disturbing, uber disturbing. When you think of Uber from now on, it's not going to be the rideshare service, which, by the way, it's just the pricing. And last weekend, Julian was heading over to see friends. We live in South Tampa, and he's got a bunch of his old Shorecrest pals that live in Pinellas County. And what's typically like a $22 ride was like $50 last Saturday. And it was like 5 o'clock. It wasn't that late. It was just ridiculous. Now, I understand how the supply and demand thing works. I get it. But again, it's all over the road, and you'll lock in a price, and then it kicks you out, and then it recalibrates and has to find you a different ride at a higher price, or you get a ride will be at your place in 4 minutes, and then suddenly jumps to 11, and then the driver cancels on you. I'm just not a fan of Uber. And then I checked Lyft. So if Uber prices are out of control, the Lyft, are you putting on deodorant?
No.
Did you just put on deodorant?
No.
I'm talking, and you're like trying to sneak a stick under your armpit.
No.
Yeah. Well, show me what's in your hand. Folks, did you just hear the plastic speed stick or what? By men and
she doesn't use speed stick.
Whatever the hell that was. I don't know what. Fester, go pick that up. Let me see what brand she uses.
We've gone through this.
Well, you really could not apply deodorant and now you've got Q105 nasty floor.
Now I'm just gonna have to scrape the top of it
on your. What brand is it? It looks like it's some generic unnamed crap. What? Oh, it's Native.
We talked about this before.
I know.
$15 a stick.
Oh, that's right. We talked about this about 3 weeks ago or a month ago. Were you sneaking a pit hit? Last time
I was in the corner doing a pit hit. Yes,
you were sneaking a pit hit. Roxanne is but you're trying to sneakily do it. I know our studio is just a hot sauna mess.
That's the thing. I did put deodorant on before I came to work, but I feel like I'm already sweating in here. Why is it so hot today?
Well, the air conditioning, because the system sucks. We've been back for 3 years, and the air conditioning never works in here. It was explained to me that we are under air conditioned. Also, the office park and our lease, they don't turn the AC on until 8 a.m. or something. It's some ridiculous crap. It's bogus beyond belief. The bottom line is that we need more tonnage. I know most folks would say, hey, listen, you got Fester in the room. There's plenty of tonnage in there. But we need... Fester?
I'm just letting it go.
Okay.
Sorry,
all right. So... we need more tonnage. We need a new system. We need a studio dedicated only air conditioning system for our studios, and we don't have it. That's what I was told a couple of years ago when I was sweating bullets in here while doing the morning show. And I'm like, guys, can we get this thing worked on? Can I get someone to fix the air conditioning in here? Can we get Plan B AC in here or something? And the issue is we need a big unit on top of the roof, an all-new unit, and I don't know, I guess they're not going to do that. So, Roxanne...
I just did a pit hit. I love that term. That's good.
Roxanne just, again, applied deodorant to our underarms. Is this because you did not have time to apply your deodorant at home, or because you're adding an extra layer of protection because our studio is just a sweating bullets, hot sweatology location number 2 here in St. Pete?
I just added an extra layer.
Ooh. All righty.
Just double layered it.
All right. Hey, back to the uber disturbing situation. I am looking forward to this. And I'm hoping that graphically, artistically, it is an absolute, complete recreation of phenomenal magnitude. So, folks, we'll make you all aware of this tomorrow morning here on the MJ Morning Show. Something to look forward to. And listen, we got a great show planned today. So there's plenty to look forward to as well. And $1,000 on the way. Congratulations, by the way, to Amanda. Amanda from St. Pete. Amanda yesterday won $1,000. What time was the giveaway yesterday, Roxanne?
Oh, it was at 11:30ish.
So 11:30ish. So again, just after 9 o'clock every morning, we give you the Cash Stash song. And then it does not get repeated. You got to listen between like 9 and 9:20 or so, because I'll give you the Cash Stash song, and I'll do it again today. Then you listen for that song to play sometime during the workday, guaranteed before 6 p.m. And yesterday was 11:30. And then Amanda called in. She was caller number 7. She won $1,000. And this is a local Tampa Bay Q105 contest only, so make sure you're listening this morning just after 9 o'clock, and I'll give you the new song. Simple as that. All right, just getting rolling. Busy show today, folks. Don't move. MJ Morning Show on Q105, and Pat's got traffic.
I forced him.
Fester says this is a travesty. Fester sends me an email last night saying that this warrants a full-blown federal investigation. This is an absolute travesty. You have the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, and you're saying to yourself, what has Fester so disturbed, so peeved? Why are you screaming at the top of your lungs? You know, you all capsed me last night on this. You realize that?
Yeah, I know.
McDonald's is phasing out 3 all-day items on their menu.
Three of their finest items that I don't think ever got the love they needed.
Or deserved, huh?
Or deserved, exactly.
It feels like you're losing 3 good friends, huh? Is that it?
When I met them, it was such a welcome surprise.
Love at first sight. I'm sorry, love at first bite.
Really, really great stuff. I mean, maybe some of the best stuff they have, and now they're gone. They're gone this week, right?
This week, McDonald's has confirmed McDonald's locations. I would imagine this is across the country. You know, McDonald's is interesting because regionally, there are kind of quirks.
Yeah, there's variations.
Yeah.
You
know, like up in Maine, McDonald's, I don't know if it's year-round, but you get a lobster roll at like McDonald's in Maine.
What?
When I think of fine lobster, I think of McDonald's.
Hold on. I think I'm speaking the truth. Do me a favor. Can you Google that for me quickly?
That doesn't make sense to me. I think it's like a psychedelic dream.
No, I'm pretty sure I've been to a McDonald's in Maine that offered a lobster roll. Type in McDonald's lobster roll Maine.
McDonald's lobster roll experience in New England.
Yankee Magazine, newengland.com. Look at that. I'm not making this up.
Yankee Magazine.
$7.99 lobster roll.
Wow.
Which, by the way, that's I don't know how much lobster you get and how good the quality is and whether it's fresh lobster, but you know, typically if you stop at a decent place for a lobster roll, a lot of times that's $27-$30 or so. I mean, lobster rolls are not cheap. All right, hold on. Just go to the top of the article here. Go to the very top. How does the McDonald's lobster roll compare to New England seafood shack rolls? Yeah, like a seafood shack. Listen, you know that one of my greatest pleasures in life, and I talk about this, you know, Chloe's got one more semester at UNH. You know, she's up at NYU right now doing a summer class. And then, you just had the most horrific face.
Sorry, that was a yawn stifle.
It was a yawn suppression.
It was a yawn suppression.
So you didn't want your yawn on camera, so you just did this horrific face to suppress the yawn. My God,
Andrew
that was
did
something.
Not get that on camera, so
that was like something out of a Patrick Wilson horror movie. What was that?
I don't know. A Patrick Wilson horror movie? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he's asking about the look on your face,
Yeah,
not the name of the movie.
The look on your face was out of a horror movie or something.
It was a yawn suppression.
That was like The Conjuring or Hereditary or what?
Hereditary?
I don't know.
I missed that one.
You missed the movie Hereditary?
Mm-hmm.
Let me get back to the lobster roll. Anyway, yeah, so McDonald's in Maine, they sell lobster rolls.
That's cool.
Yeah, and this is from 2019. They had it at $7.99. This is a 2019 article, so I'm not making this up. All right, so here's the deal. But there are quirks around the country, like Hawaii. You go to McDonald's in Hawaii, and you can get Saimin. And
what?
You've never had Saimin? Have you been to Hawaii?
No, I've never been to Hawaii.
You've never been to Hawaii?
Do you imagine that someone is karate chopping you in the stomach when you say the second half of that word? Hawaii?
Technically, I think it's Hawaii. But
God, you don't live there. You don't have to say it like that.
All right, Hawaii. So Roxanne, really, you've never been to Hawaii?
I am so lowbrow, right?
I've never been either, Roxanne. I'm with you.
Fester, you been to Hawaii?
Thank you.
Hawaii.
Hold on.
Oh, he's eating.
Oh, what a surprise.
I wasn't expecting you to come to me right now.
What are you talking about? A live morning show.
Yeah, but
you're standing in front of a mic. What are you crunching on? Is that fiddle faddle? What are you?
I wish. Okay, just down.
What are you?
I went by Wacky Jackie's desk to see what the candy situation
was.
Oh,
is she still? Well, how about first her employment situation?
I don't know, but I figured
is she still here?
The candy dish would tell me the story, and there were 2 pieces in there, so I took them both. So and they're peanut M&Ms.
So it didn't really tell you much of a story.
Well, I mean, if it was empty, then it would have been like, well.
For those that
see you later.
For those that didn't hear Wacky Jackie on the show yesterday, We'll bring the early crowd up to speed here in just a second. Let me just get through the travesty first. And I can't believe you haven't been. Fester, have you been to Hawaii?
No.
I'm the only one in the room. Andrew, have you been to Hawaii? Andrew, our producer.
Not my budget.
I've seen a lot of Hawaii through Dog the Bounty Hunter episodes. So.
I've seen Hawaii 5-0.
I'm currently just beginning season 8
of Dog the Bounty Hunter
of Hawaii 5-0, the original series from 68 to 1980.
It's not called Hawaii 5-0.
It's Hawaii 5. It's
Hawaii.
Hawaii 5-0. Anyway, Saimin is a noodle dish, and it's a Hawaiian staple, and Saimin is just incredible. It's like a ramen, but there's a little bit, at least the place that I love is called Hamora's Saimin in Lihui in Hawaii on the island of Kauai. So if you ever get there, if you're ever on Kauai, you got to go to Hamora's Saimin, and it's incredible. So McDonald sells Saimin in Hawaii. But so they've got these quirks around the country. But I think, Fester, the travesty, which you're showcasing here, I believe this is nationwide. McDonald's confirmed that their restaurants all across the United States are getting rid of 3 items from the McCafe bakery menu.
The McCafe has always, I feel, never got the respect it deserves.
It calls Fester's name.
First of all, it's great coffee. McDonald's has really great coffee.
Get out of my thing. Why are you in my thing? Get out.
I don't know.
Yeah, everyone out but me. Fester, this is McCafe calling you. Fester, come to me. Come to the light.
I will come to the light.
Come to the bite.
Yes.
Come to the bite.
So they're getting rid of coffee?
No, so they have the coffee, like the frozen coffee concoctions they have. They're going to keep all that stuff. Yeah. But have you noticed those, like the little plexiglass box by the checkout stands that have the apple fritter and cinnamon roll?
Sounds like you got apple fritter in your mouth right now.
I wish I had an apple fritter in my mouth.
I don't know. I don't go inside.
Well, here's the deal. 3 items that McDonald's is phasing out, and Fester is very, very disturbed by this. The apple fritter is gone.
What apple fritter?
Alert, red alert. The apple fritter is gone.
I only know the apple pie.
It's people like you, Froggy. It's people like you. You don't even know they have an apple fritter.
I didn't even know.
They're getting rid of the apple fritter. They're getting rid of the blueberry muffin.
Yeah.
What blueberry muffin? I don't think of that when I went to McDonald's.
Me neither.
I think of fish fillet.
A sausage egg McMuffin with cheese.
I want a blueberry muffin with the special sauce from the Big Mac slathered on top. That's what I want.
You go there. You don't know about McDonald's secret menu, man. You order the bluefish, you get a blueberry muffin on top of a Filet-O-Fish.
I love it.
That might be good.
Oh, my God.
The bluefish.
How about, you know what? Let's start a new thing. You know, they just had that Grimace purple shake explosion thing that hit social media all over the place. How about the Filet-O-Fish McFlurry? Oh, man, you take the Filet-O-Fish, tartar sauce and all, and you mix it in a McFlurry? Chunks of Filet-O-Fish with... Flurry-O-Fish? And then you've got ribbons of tartar sauce throughout your McFlurry. What do you...
I feel sick.
I like cold fish. I have no problem.
What do you think about this?
That's
oh, baby. Froggy, stop. You're going to sympathetically cause people to throw up. Stop it, Froggy.
I mean, you're the one that said tartar sauce in your McFlurry.
Stop. All right, so the 3 items, the apple fritter, the blueberry muffin, and the cinnamon roll with cream cheese icing.
It's all so good.
They're all being yanked off the menu at McDonald's.
Unfortunately.
And wait a minute. Those were also the only remaining offerings on the U.S. McCafe bakery menu?
That's it.
So they're shutting down the McBakery?
McDonald's is out of the
McCafe bakery business?
The baked goods portion of the McCafe business. Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, it's all of a hash brown with my coffee. Wow, so Fester, you're calling this an absolute national tragedy.
Well, first of all, the tragedy is for the people who've never tried the McDonald's apple fritter or blueberry muffins
with cinnamon or
that's the cinnamon roll. Yeah, cinnamon roll with cream cheese icing. Yes, get it right, man. Come on, because this is really important to guys like myself.
All right, so when does this happen? This week?
This week.
So they're phasing him out? Yeah. McDonald's introduced the McCafe bakery lineup in October of 2020.
Yeah.
Did nobody buy this stuff?
Listen, I'll tell you right now that if these things were top sellers and the profit margin was good, they'd keep the items. They must not be selling well nationally for them to keep it in existence on the menu.
They don't market them well because I've barely heard of these.
I don't know if I've ever had a McCafe item.
The three of you are the problem.
So we're the problem.
Yes, you're the reason why.
We're the problem. Yeah, it's all our problem.
A week doesn't go by that I don't have a McDonald's apple fritter.
Well, guess what? Many weeks are going to go by without you having a McDonald's apple fritter, my friend. All right, so the Wacky Jackie situation. Wacky Jackie from our sales department. Wacky Jackie, she's the one that does the cute little Photoshops for the show. Like I was Uncle Sam for the 4th of July. She morphed my face into Uncle Sam. You know, she put the Brokeback Mountain spoof together with Fester and Froggy. She did Mount Rushmore for President's Day. Listen, she does a lot of cool little Photoshops.
The Golden Girls.
The Golden Girls one.
Mother's Day.
That was classic, where she morphed our faces on all the Golden Girls from the old TV show. Well, there was a Wacky Jackie incident. And if you don't know what happened, there's concern that we might lose her. Is her employment here at the Beasley Media Group, is it long for the planet? All right, we talked about this on the air yesterday. We actually brought her into the studio about 9:00 yesterday. And Andrew, if you could pull just maybe an excerpt of that, we'll talk about it next. And then we'll get into early morons of the news here on the MJ Morning Show. But you got to hear what happened. And, folks, it is a lesson regarding alcohol consumption and social media use. So,
I mean, this is really a public service.
Yeah, it really is. Really? You're 100% right. So hang on. We'll get to all of that next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. There is an awesome offer that I want to present. right, 6:41 at the MJ Morning Show. Early morons in the news, but first the Wacky Jackie situation. And something came to our attention. Well, technically Fester's attention. Fester, man, you got some eyes and ears on this place.
Yeah, you got your ear to the ground.
Only because I make the candy bowl trek every morning.
Right, because when I had a conversation with our general manager yesterday after the show, Ron said, "How did you know about that? How did you hear about the Wacky Jackie situation?" And I said, well, we just kind of heard. We had her in on the studio. We had her in the studio this morning. He said, what? You did what? You did what? Yeah. I was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we do everything over here, Ron. So, Wacky Jackie from our sales department, she's like a sales assistant. She does all the sales presentations, all the digital presentations.
A valuable asset.
Very, very talented. Apparently, she got a little liquored up over the weekend.
Hey, what you do in your free time is your business.
Okay. All right. There's a line to that.
Got a little liquored up at home and went on some kind of a social media posting rip and tore into management here.
Yeah. She tends to get, she goes off on Facebook quite often about stuff.
Listed songs that Q105 is playing that's ruining the radio station. And it turns out that the songs on our list we don't even play.
What?
Yes. She had a list of songs that Q105 plays that's ruining the radio station, and it turns out we don't even play those songs apparently.
So maybe this is a campaign that she did that's actually like in our favor, in our boss's favor.
Well, Jackie is not only a fantastic employee, she's a huge fan of both the MJ Morning Show and our station.
We love Wacky Jackie. That's number one. Number two, her talent is immense. She's the one that puts together all of the great little Photoshop graphics for the MJ Morning Show. The Golden Girls, she turned me into Uncle Sam for the 4th of July.
Every couple of weeks, something topical, we come up with an idea and she puts it together.
Yeah. Does a fantastic job. We love her. Big asset. What's going on? Accident on I-75. Was that north? Where the hell's that? Yeah, I just saw like a chopper shot, some nasty accident on. I just saw like a smashed up car, unrecognizable. Oh, remind me to tell you about the car that I saw on the way home yesterday. Holy crap! So Wacky Jackie goes on this social media drunk posting rip over the weekend, and well, it comes to the attention of those affected, and she's ripping into management, and well, she's concerned that she might be short-lived, you know. Hey, Andrew, did you pull an audio clip? We brought her into the studio yesterday about 9 o'clock. And, Andrew, do you have a little bite? You do? All right. Roll this from yesterday's show, a little bit of Wacky Jackie. Listen to this. Go. What mistake might you have made?
I might have engaged in some social media debauchery.
Debauchery.
Okay. Pardon me. I can spell it. I just can't say it. And I might have,
sent news.
Had an evening drinking and too much and got on social media.
She got drunk and she said some really snarky or mean things about some members of management around.
Hang on. So is it true? So you're confirming over the weekend you got a little liquored up at your house and you took to social media?
I did.
And you disparaged some fellow coworkers?
I did. Apparently there's screenshots that are going to be read to me.
Oh my God.
Because I deleted it and I can't remember what the hell I said.
I know people who do that.
What did you do?
Was this an ARI?
I guess they're going to tell me because I don't remember.
Oh my God.
That's why I stay home and don't go out.
Oh, geez. So that is a little excerpt from yesterday's show. Well, she's still here, but it's my understanding that she has a meeting on Thursday, so that's tomorrow.
All right, so the meeting was top secret up until like 4 seconds ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Fester, you told me that
I know, but I'm telling you, this is not pertaining to us as much. It affects Jackie's life much more than it does anybody else. Here's my take on the situation right now.
Yeah.
Although I do not agree with what Jackie did. If they would have fired her, they would have done it yesterday. Why string it out for 2 days? So I think there's a very, very stern warning in her future, but hopefully I'm right.
Yeah, I'm going to go to bat for her. I'm going to intervene and
That's nice.
See if I carry any weight around here. I don't know.
We'll find out.
I have no idea, but that's the Wacky Jackie situation. But it's also a public service. The more you know. Hey, do we have the more you know music, Andrew? I think we do. This is like a public service announcement.
Oh, yeah, that rainbow star across the sky on NBC. The more you know.
The more you know. Yeah, folks, don't get liquored up. Don't get hammered, plastered, schnit-faced. And then get on social media and say nasty things about management and songs that we don't even play on this radio station.
Do you have the or the messages? I want to see them.
So they exist.
They were screen captured, and Wacky Jackie apparently she doesn't even know what she wrote. So it could be that they're gonna like present her with what she wrote with the maybe printouts of the screen captures.
Here's the cagey part.
Yeah.
If she deleted her messages,
right,
she obviously knows what she wrote.
Yeah.
That's where she was.
Unless she woke up the next day sober.
Right.
And
that's when she must have done it. It must have been up for 6 or 8 hours.
No, I think, I mean, I know people It doesn't matter. You can screen capture in a very short amount of time.
No question.
No.
I heard you can screen capture like in a
Thank you.
in a half a
Ladies
second.
and gentlemen, this is Technology Corner with Roxanne.
Yes.
It's like as quick as a camera click.
Yeah. On my phone, you hold two buttons down and it flashes and then it takes a screenshot.
Yeah, watch out, Kim Commando. Here comes the Roxanne Tech Show.
Roxanne Commando. Roxanne, where she gives computer advice while going commando.
Yes.
That's Roxanne Commando.
I hear you can take a screenshot fairly quickly.
Pretty quickly.
All right, but no, of course you
And
can.
she will do seminars where she sits up on a stage and she crosses her legs with no underwear on.
MJ.
Whoa,
Oh my
whoa.
gosh.
I think you need to
Where are we
meet with
going?
management.
What?
Too bad you can't delete what you just
What?
said.
What's the matter with that? It's you're Roxanne Commando.
That'd be the only TED Talk I would go to.
going commando, man.
All right. So
Yeah.
good luck to Jackie this week because I have a feeling it's going to be a whole drawn out thing.
Oh boy. All right. So we will monitor this. No one's told me we can't talk about this. We just did a whole segment live on the air yesterday, and no one said, "Ooh, what'd you do? No, don't do that." I didn't hear from HR. Nobody said we couldn't talk about this. And the fact is, we'll talk about just about anything.
Yeah, we talk about everything.
In fact, I've got that issue that we've been talking about I can't talk about it yet.
Oh, yeah.
I think I might be able to talk about that tomorrow as well. We've had an issue here that is it's unbelievable. It's an internal issue that, folks, you're not going to believe. So I will get into that probably tomorrow because I think everything is going to be solved and cured by tomorrow. And it's like a security thing that I want to discuss with our audience. Oh, look at the time. It's 6:49. I don't want to get too late here. So let me push morons in the news. Well, I guess we could say that Wacky Jackie was an internal Q105 radio complex moron in the news, right?
Yeah.
So hey, Wacky Jackie, you made it. And she listens to everything we do. She's awake. She's listening now. We love you. We love the work you do. You're valuable to us. We don't want to lose you.
Shut your phone off when you drink.
Yeah, when you drink, exactly. Take the battery out.
I hope you remember this when you have to go to bat for one of us, me or Fester.
No.
Or me.
Are there any cell phones where you can take the battery out anymore? On my Pixel, you can't. iPhones, you can't. Remember, you used to be able to take batteries out? Like some of the early Samsungs, right? You take the batteries out, right? Remember, you can't do that anymore. Well, just, I don't know. She needs to get like a lockbox with a timer. You know those boxes where it's a timer and you set it, open up in 10 minutes.
Yeah,
open
we
up
did
in,
that on the show.
Yeah, open up in 1 hour, open up in 2 days.
Those boxes, when you have fat kids, you put snacks in there.
Yeah.
You can't get the snacks, kids.
Yeah, Michelle gave me one for my birthday, and Froggy, didn't you smash it on the air?
I think I broke it into pieces, yes.
You broke my lockbox with the timer on the air. All right, folks, hang on. We're going to get into early morons in the news next. And it is a loaded Wednesday here. We have a lot of ground to cover. Don't forget, you got to listen between 9 and 9:20 this morning. I'll give you the new $1,000 cash stash song. It's the MJ Morning Show, MJ Cash Stash. So every day, right after 9 o'clock, I'll give you a song title. Listen for that song to play later in the day. Be the seventh caller and win $1,000. Amanda from St. Pete won $1,000 in the 11 o'clock hour yesterday. So it was very quickly. It was only 2 hours later we played the song, and she won $1,000. We're doing this for weeks, folks. Weeks. All this week, next week, the week after. We're giving away thousands and thousands of dollars. And this is a local Q105 contest only. So make sure you're listening just after 9 o'clock this morning here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, back in a second. But first, let me tell you about one of our... It's 7:02. MJ and the crew. What are you smiling at, Fester?
I think he was about to say what a shame it was. That's a shame. It sure is, Phil. That's all.
7:02 at the MJ Morning Show here.
Can I inject some relevancy into this program?
Okay, well, do I have a choice? Did you just say, let me inject some relevance?
Yeah.
We're the most relevant morning show in the market.
I think we're very irreverent.
This is the best relevant morning show in the entire probably in the whole state of Florida.
Okay, then let me add some more relevancy to this very relevant, irreverent show.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Relevancy with Roxanne.
That's a segment right there. That's a feature.
Relevancy with Roxanne.
Real relevancy. Did you see what the Powerball?
How about the theory of relativity with Roxanne? All right, go ahead. So Powerball, what?
Powerball is up to $725 million.
It's big, yes. So there was no winner. What?
Monday?
So Powerball is Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, right?
Yes.
All right, so no winner again on Monday night. So now tonight the drawing is in. Oh, look at this. This is pretty cool. Fester's on the Powerball website. Just went to it. Oh, we can get to it now?
Yeah, now it's no longer prohibited by our corporate server.
Our corporate server and whatever they use, we couldn't go to the Powerball website because it was deemed gambling. It was a gambling website. We were blocked. I mean, do you realize it took us 3 years to get this unblocked? We've been back. The MJ Morning Show and our triumphant return was October of 2020 after 7 years off the air, and me just doing my afternoon program. Well, I kind of did
a little stint in New York for a while.
The 3 years in New York City on the air, but the deal was that we couldn't get the Powerball because it was blocked. It was like we were going to a porno site or something. So we could not, and I was complaining for years.
Oh my gosh, I just figured it out.
What?
Because it's not the gambling thing. It's like the name of the site.
Oh, Powerball.
It sounds too
like a porno name. Yeah, really? Is that?
That is a great name for a video.
Roxanne is getting dirtier by the day. Have you noticed that?
It's not Powerballs.
Froggy, I think it's the first thing you've said since we've been on the air for an hour and 4 minutes now.
You guys have been so enlightening to me this morning. And relevant.
Guess what? We're the Tampa Bay Enlightening.
Yeah.
That's what we are, the Tampa. All right, so Roxanne, yes. So Powerball, and now it's unblocked. We can go to the Powerball website. This is cool. I like this. So it looks like they redesigned the site since I last saw it. They have that old-fashioned, that old 1970s flip clock? The alarm clock with the little flip things.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
And then there's a modern version you can buy. Remember we talked about this, that flip clock. That's the old school, and it's like a standalone flip. And I bought one, and it lasted for like 30 days, and then the numbers started flying off. Made in China. What do you expect? Anyway, so they have a little digital flip clock now. The next drawing's in 15 hours, 53 minutes, 32 seconds, 31, 30, 29. And the jackpot, yes. Relevancy, folks. Powerball jackpot is $729 million, $725 million. And the cash value is just a paltry $366.2 million.
Almost exactly half.
Okay, is that it with your Roxanne relevancy?
Relevancy point number 2.
Yes.
The National League defeated the American League last night in the All-Star game.
That's the first time in, I don't know.
And did a 9-game losing streak.
Oh, so the first time in 10 years.
Yeah.
So National League won the All-Star game for the first time in 10 years.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
And so my mom sent me this 3-page text tirade last night.
Right.
She's a big Rays fan. She's a big baseball fan.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was saying how we were so disrespected as the Rays were disrespected on this national stage. She's like, Randy
Arozarena.
Yes. Yeah. Had an amazing catch, which at least they showed, then got the first hit of the game. Yandy Diaz got a home run, and it was barely mentioned. They didn't even say he was at bat because they were too busy talking to some stupid national player in the outfield. But the worst was every player was introduced as they walked onto the field except Shane McClanahan and Wander Franco. I'm not even saying these Rays players right because I don't watch the Rays enough, like my mom obviously does. And the players, non-starters in each league, were introduced alphabetically. So right before Tampa was Seattle, right? Well, the camera followed the Seattle players and then panned the home crowd reaction and kept talking about it while Shane and Wander came out.
So we were totally disrespected. Fester, what are you doing with your face over there?
The segment's supposed to be relevancy with Roxanne. That just seemed like Roxanne's mom on a soapbox about baseball.
She's on a bender.
Oh, my God. Was your mom drunk texting last night?
Okay. Relevancy with Roxanne, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get to the morons of the news.
Okay.
Because we delayed it from the last segment with the whole Wacky Jackie debacle.
Good thing we gave your mom 2 minutes to read her texts.
Did you see the Vegas stories? There are two crazy. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. No, it's all over the national news. First of all, there was a standoff at Caesars. A guy busted out a window and he's throwing furniture out of it. What the hell? Man, remember Cops on Fox? Remember they used to they were in Vegas all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to this. The Las Vegas Metro Police responded to a barricaded subject with a hostage at Caesars Palace yesterday morning. According to authorities, they received a report of a possible situation at about 9:15 a.m. Vegas time, south side of the resort. When they went to the room, a male inside said he was armed and refused to come out. Bureau Commander Stephen Connell said no shots had been fired as of 11:50 a.m. Woman believed to have been pulled into the room by the suspect. Fox 5 video taken from outside the building showed a shattered room window with objects being thrown outside, including furniture.
Wow.
The guy was taking the hotel furniture at Caesars Palace and throwing it out of like a 10-story window. My God,
That could be
he
dangerous.
was throwing it out onto the pool deck. So they had to evacuate the whole pool at Caesars Palace out in Vegas. The person in the window frame was wearing a hat. That's some nice hat, Harry. A shirt, shorts, and appeared to be yelling. We're aware of the security incident at Caesars Palace. Our team's fully cooperating, said Caesars. Anyway, police said the situation was ongoing as of noon yesterday. And then I think it finally ended. Did they finally end this damn thing? SWAT negotiators were dispatched to the scene. So SWAT was sent in. Guy claimed to have weapons. So the Vegas Metropolitan Police just released a statement, said they've taken the suspect into custody.
Good.
So finally, by 3:18 Pacific time, they took the guy. Can you imagine you're in Vegas? You know, what's going to happen in Vegas? Guy takes a hostage, smashes out the window at Caesars Palace, and is throwing hotel room furniture out of the window onto the pool below.
I mean, as long as nobody got hurt, I would have loved to have seen that.
Now that's Vegas.
Oh,
man.
Put that in the commercial.
You know what? That is a good idea. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You know,
Some madman throwing a couch out of a 10-story.
throwing a furniture rather at. All right, the other one. Here's another one. What is going on in Vegas? I mean, this is like same day. Actually, this was Sunday, so this is just a couple of days earlier. So Vegas Metro Police, they reported an incident. There was a fight at a Las Vegas strip casino, then ended at a different casino with a man stripping all of his clothes off, totally naked, standing on a game table, exposing genitals, exposing everything, no clothes on. Guy is standing on top of one of the gaming tables. At approximately 11:22 p.m. on Sunday night, officers from Vegas Metro Police, they got a report for a fight at the Bird Bar at the Flamingo Las Vegas Hotel and Casino. Mm-hmm. When they arrived, they said fight had ended and only one person remained at the scene. But this is insane. Witnesses told investigators that a man had been attacked by a person later identified as Brian Danilzik of West Babylon, New York. Video from the scene showed him engaging in an unprovoked attack on top of another person, and he was beating the other person. The other person apparently only had one leg.
Oh, what? Vegas rules. Man, I haven't been to Vegas in a long time, man. That sounds like I need to go back.
Naked dude on top of a gaming table with no clothes on, just gyrating and dancing on top of like a poker table. Then he's beating on a guy with one leg, And then the other story is we got a maniac taking hostages and throwing furniture out of the high floor at Caesar's Palace.
Freak show.
What a good time that
Crazy.
town is.
Oh, baby. That's fantastic. I wonder if at the hostage situation with the dude throwing the furniture out in Vegas, I wonder if like the cocktail waitress came around offering free drinks up there. You know, like they do on the gaming tables. Drink.
That's how the hostage negotiation busted into the room. They had a cocktail.
Oh my God, is that unbelievable? All right, so early morons in the news on the MJ Morning Show. What happens in Vegas obviously is all over the national news right now, which is very entertaining to me. And luckily, I guess each situation was tamped down, and there was, I guess, a decent finale. Nobody was severely hurt, and the hostage was released, etc. All right, when we get back, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show. 1 hour and 20 minutes nonstop next, and we are loaded. Oh, guess what Michelle and Julian are doing today?
Matching tattoos.
Well, they asked me if I wanted to go, and I said no.
Oh, definitely
So
matching tattoos. Then.
They're going, I'm not. What? That's just a tiny little aspect of an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Don't miss. I can't even list all the great crap that's coming up. Also, make sure you're listening to us at 9 o'clock this morning. Between 9 and 9:20, I'm going to reveal the next MJ Morning Show Cash Dash song. So I'll give you a song title. Then you listen for that song to play later today, guaranteed before 6. And if you're the 7th caller at 800-990-1047, you win $1,000. Local only, Q105 only. This is only for our station. We had our last winner yesterday. It was 11:30 that the song played, only a couple hours after the revelation. And it was Amanda from St. Pete. She grabbed $1,000. So listen between 9 and 9:20. I'll give you the new song, and you could be the latest $1,000 winner today. And this is going on for weeks. We're doing this every day for weeks here on the MJ Morning Show, so stand by. Plan B air conditioning. Oh, gee. All right, it's the MJ Morning Show. It's Q105, MJ and Fester and Roxanne. No Froggy. I don't know where Froggy. Oh, here, Froggy's just...
He's coming.
Yeah, he's
He's moseying.
Froggy's waving at me in the window like a turd. Yeah. Froggy's got his car keys in hand. He's got a crazy smile on. Oh, I know what you've been doing. You got a crazy little...
I was talking to Pat.
Yeah, Froggy's got a... You just came from the wrong direction. What are you talking about?
No, Pat's right there.
Pat's right there.
Oh, okay.
And
all
excuse me, but I have a new thing where I have to get 10,000 steps in a day. So during commercial breaks, I'm doing steps in the back.
Well, I go for a 2-mile walk when I...
Whoa,
every night. All right, hey, I can't believe... I just checked my email. My new TECO bill's in.
Oh, don't remind me.
Son of a bear!
Ick.
Maybe if you didn't live in a castle.
Shut up.
I mean, it's a lot.
This is the biggest TECO bill I've ever had. Ever. In the 18 years of owning my house, this is the biggest TECO bill I've ever had. $998.88.
Would you not pay it last month?
No, I paid it last. Those are new charges.
Your kids have been in town.
Current month charges, $998. So, yeah, Chloe was there for part of that before she went to New York for her summer class.
She keeps the house at 62.
You know what? I have to walk into her bedroom, and she's got the AC down to like 71. I hope that this is just an anomaly because, in the winter months, my bills in the winter months are like $278, $300, like tops. All right. And then typically, a typical summer month historically for me is like no more than $500 for TECO. And that's keeping the house nice and comfortable. But I don't know. Michelle is jacking the air conditioning down as well. So she's got the bedroom. I wake up, I'm kind of chilly, and I look at it 72. So Julian's home as well. He goes to college starting in September. So I'm getting it from all over the place. I used to be the one to keep the house really, really cold historically, and now it's the others in my family. They used to complain about that, how, it's too cold. And now everyone's like running it colder than I ever did. So I know that TECO, didn't they increase rates and inflation and fuel costs and this and that? But still, this is the highest freaking TECO bill I've ever had, ever. $998.88. I just got the email. I got the TECO. I look at my email, and I got the, dear blah, 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 account number, current month charges, $988.88. Total amount due, $998.88. Due date, August 1, 8/1/23. Your statement is now available to view your statement. I'm going to view online. It's going to say my damn kids and wife, they're running the house way too cold.
Protest. Don't pay it.
Oh, Mike. Yeah, okay. Was that on the air, Andrew?
Yes.
Yes,
okay,
it was.
all right.
You didn't react to
Can you please talk to the engineers about setting things up so I know when you're on the air and when you're just talking in my ear?
Or you could have a signal. You could have a thumbs up when he's on the air.
I want like a slate mic sound in my ear versus when it sounds like he's on the air. And that's what I need to tell the difference on.
So according to the Google, Microsoft Bing, TECO customers can expect an average increase of $16.50 on their bill. So that's you.
Let me tell you what last month. Hang on a minute. Let me tell you what last month's TECO bill was. Let me go into my.
The bill talk is giving me anxiety because I think I've forgotten to pay my TECO for 2 months.
You're about to get the red slip in the mail.
I mean, did they put the orange thing on your door or whatever? That's how you know you really have to pay it.
So I have $998 due in a couple of weeks. Let me go to my bill pay on my online banking app. Let me look at view payment history. TECO. Okay. TECO, where are you? Tampa Electric. All right. Last month was $743. That was also high, but that included kids being home. And then if I go back, May 26th, $558. So you're from May to this month, it's like doubled. I paid $558 for TECO in May.
The kids are the difference, man. You've doubled the amount of people who live in that house.
Double the bill.
And neither of the other two are paying for anything.
Somebody give me some double mint gum. This is not doubling my pleasure. This is doubling my pissed offness. Boy. Anyway, $558 in May, $998 my next TECO bill. Oh, really?
Your kids got you again.
Jeez. Man, I'm disturbed now. Oh, speaking of disturbing, tomorrow, it's got to happen. We're about to, listen, I know the concept. I was made aware of this yesterday. Fester pulled me aside after the show. Actually, we were walking to the parking lot after the show, and you said, hey, got something for Thursday. Folks, there's going to be a photo shoot. That's all I'm going to say.
You're giving out too much already.
All right, listen.
You are.
All right.
Just wait till tomorrow. That's all you got to say.
Folks,
Wait till tomorrow.
There's going to be something uber disturbing on tomorrow's show.
I'm so excited.
And it's going to build on something that has...
Okay, you're giving too much away.
Jeez.
It's going to build on something that we've already talked about, and it's well... All right, tomorrow morning, folks, make sure you're with us because something ultra disturbing is going to occur. And it's going to be a visual, and you're going to be able to...
Enjoy it.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know if
Me too.
enjoy is the right word either. But.
Hey, you know when you have something, you have like a piece of show prep, or you have like something that you printed out, or you saw something on like email or social, and then suddenly you can't find it?
No, I don't. That never happens to me.
Get out of here. So, listen, I had a listener contact me, and this is not the biggest story in the world, but it kind of interested me, and I wanted to talk about it. I can't find the freaking thing. So I don't know if they sent it to me like a direct message on Instagram at my Certified MJ Radio Instagram account, or whether they sent me an email. I can't find it. And it was, I think I got it. I think I saw it maybe while we were on vacation when I was scuba diving with Julian, 2 weeks ago, whatever the hell it was. And let me tell you what it is. If you are this person, call us. Call us right now. I got some type of contact from an MJ Morning Show listener, and I think I responded. I'm like, yeah, we'll talk about this. But I can't find it anywhere to get the facts. And I think it was a listener that said that they were at a mall.
Okay.
And they used one of those drink machines. You know, at the malls, they have like the refreshment centers where they have like a Coke machine or a Pepsi machine or something.
Like a couple of vending machines?
Exactly.
Okay.
So I know that I was at International with Julian the night before last to pick up his Apple computer for school.
Sometimes you walk in the door and they're off to the side.
There was, when we walked in on that top deck, outside of, Neiman Marcus, and you can walk it, you pull onto that upper deck behind International. That's where I like to park when I take him to the Apple store. So you walk in, and there are a couple of vending machines over on the left. Now, I forgot where this is. If you are the listener that sent me this contact, get a hold of us. Call us. A listener says that they bought a soft drink, and their credit card was charged $8.50 out of the vending machine.
Whoa.
Listen, it's not, it's not going to, put them in the poorhouse, but I thought that was an interesting story. How much, I've never purchased a drink out of a vending machine with a credit card at a mall, but is a 16-ounce or a 20-ounce bottle of soft drink, those aren't $8.50 out of those machines, are they? I mean,
No, they're not.
At least they shouldn't be. Is there like
They're like $3.
Is there an additional handling fee? A convenience
Just
fee?
pay additional postage and handling. If you're the listener that sent me the story about your credit card being charged $8.50 for buying a soft drink out of a machine, could you please call me? 800-990-1047, because I can't find your original story. And where it was, I think it was a local mall. 800-990-1047 if you had the crazy soft drink experience. Yes, Fester.
I was just thinking how you just told the entire story.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I don't know if we need a...
But it's the mall and where it's happened.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I wanted to talk. Hey, speaking of my Instagram, did you see the car that I saw on the way home yesterday?
I thought that was the car that was in the accident earlier.
No. Well, hold on. What accident?
On the bridge.
Yesterday morning, we had a big accident.
I thought somebody
on the bridge
sent you a
There was
picture.
not a big accident. Yesterday
morning.
On the way in at 5:40 yesterday morning, we all experienced traffic on I-275 southbound. heading to St. Pete. Right after the hump, there were 3 cars pulled over about 5:40.
It escalated over the course of the morning.
Right,
We got a report from Ricky, the road ranger.
Then it got backed up, and then we found out that a car smashed into one of the road ranger trucks off on the shoulder. I don't know how. He said that a driver fell asleep and was plowing down the shoulder lane and smashed into the back of the road ranger who was attending to another accident. So, I mean, just craziness. No. So, Froggy, that is a totally separate situation.
Oh, okay.
I'm driving home after the MJ Morning Show yesterday. It's 10:15. And I'm like, what is that? I'm looking at the side of a car that is all bashed up. The driver's door is open, essentially.
Where was this?
This is on the middle of 275 northbound on the Howard Franklin Bridge. I'm heading back to South Tampa yesterday after the show. The image is on my Instagram. Folks, this is why you got to follow my Instagram. That and me making poke bowls with Julian. Could you look at this car? The driver, Fester, describe what you see.
This is a jalopy. I mean, it's. I mean, for me to say that, it really has to be busted up. It looks like there's tape or old tape holding the rear door together.
The rear door is being held on with packing tape.
It's like a destruction derby car.
If we were going to have a demolition derby, this would be the exact kind of vehicle we'd want. That's exactly right. For this back area. This can't be the airbag. What is
no?
Just
I think that is a
trash bag replacing the window.
Yes, I think the rear left window is smashed out. So there's a white Glad bag or a Hefty bag that is sealing that off. The whole side of the car is bashed in. There is no driver's side door handle.
The handle is amazing.
The whole handle is ripped off.
How do you open the door?
Like a twig. The door is open. The guy is driving down the interstate at 65 miles an hour with his door. It's what, 6 inches open? I mean, it is crazy.
It's a car from Tommy Boy by the end of the movie. They have like a gate.
This is obviously where the car died, right?
No, dude, the car is, it's not in the shoulder. Look, he is in the far right lane. He is driving at highway speed.
He's moving.
There's a driver in the...
What? I didn't realize that part of the story.
This car is driving. There's a guy. The way that I got the picture...
Okay, yeah. How did you get the picture? Because there's no movement.
Because he's in traffic.
What do you mean? Because it's a freeze frame. A picture just stops.
I understand that.
It's not a video. It's a picture.
But it seems like it would be like, a little blurry from the movement of the vehicle.
No.
Slow, apparently.
The shutter speed is fast enough. There's no blur on the phone. So look at this. It's crazy. So some people said, hey, MJ, did you stop your car and pull over and take a picture of that on the shoulder? No. The shoulder is to the right of the car. This car is driving in the right lane on 275 North on the Howard Franklin Bridge. It is the most unsafe thing I've ever seen. Even the gas door is all jacked out. I mean...
Did you see the driver?
What?
Did you physically see the driver? You didn't get a photo of the driver, but did you see him?
No, you know what? If I pulled a little further, I would have had the driver.
That's what we need.
Can you see him in the side mirror?
No.
I can't believe there's a side mirror. How did that survive?
Yeah.
And
it looks pretty intact.
Folks, you got to see this car. This thing does not belong on the road. His door is open at highway speed. The door is so damaged it can't even close. And he's driving. The photo is on my Instagram. Folks, follow me on Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, because you never know what the hell you're going to see on my Instagram. Certified MJ Radio. If you're not on IG, Andrew, you put this on our website as well, right? If you go to mjmorningshow.com, tell calls, I'll be right there. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, go to Stories Mentioned, and we have the link. So you can just click on the link, mjmorningshow.com, click on Stories Mentioned up near the top, and it'll take you to the image. So, wow. The craziest freaking car does not belong on the road. And there were like 50, let me look at my thing. There are tons of comments on this thing. So I need to go to phones on something else. People are calling in on that vending machine deal. All right, hang on a minute. Let me just bring up how many comments. So There are 47 comments. And you know, I was waiting for MJ. Maybe he can't afford a nice car like you can. I was waiting for that. I didn't get any of that. The bottom line is, this is unsafe. It should not be on the road.
Shouldn't that car be totaled out?
I think so. Absolutely.
If that was I mean,
there's a tag on it. He has to have insurance. I
might have been a little snarky in my caption on my photo, and I wrote "Featured car of the day seen on I-275 Howard Franklin Bridge. I spotted this gem driving home from today's MJ Morning Show. The driver's door is so jacked it won't even close. Let me be clear. This car was driven at highway speed at the time. It is not parked on the shoulder. So that's what I put in the caption. All right, let me go to phones because people are calling in about the vending machine story that I just mentioned about a listener that contacted me saying they bought a drink out of a machine, I think at a mall, and their credit card was charged $8.50. Hang on, let me grab Don in Clearwater. Don, and I don't think any of these people are folks that emailed me or messaged me. These are other folks. Don's in Clearwater. Hey, Don, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
I was at the pier at the rest area going to the Skyway Bridge.
Yep.
And my daughter and I and her friend, we stopped at the rest area to get a couple of drinks. And I have a PayPal debit card, had $8 on it. I swiped the card to get 2 drinks for them, and I was only able to get one because they charged me $8 for one drink.
All right, but you should have gotten 2 drinks for $8, no?
Right.
All right, so that would have been $4 a drink, but you only got one, and it charged you for.
Exactly.
God, even $4 for a vending machine soft drink is ridiculous.
I mean, if you're that
So
thirsty.
I thought it was a type. I thought it was a mix-up, but nope. So one kid didn't get a drink.
Did you contact your bank and tell them that it's a mistake?
Yes, I contacted the bank. They refunded the money, but then I called the owner of the vending machine.
Yeah.
And they said there's nothing they can do with it. You use it at your own risk. There's nothing they can do about it.
You should at your own risk.
That's a great excuse.
That's crazy.
Yep, use it at your own risk.
Great.
$8.
All right, Don. Thanks for listening, pal.
Have a good day, guys.
You too. Sherry. She works at International Plaza, and I don't know if that's the mall. Hey, Sherry, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, thank you so much. Yes, I used to work at International Plaza right by the Apple store, and there's a vending machine right when you go into that little side area there.
Yep, I saw it on Tuesday night or Monday night, rather.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
So it's $4.25 a drink, but the deal is when you put your credit card in, it asks you if you want any other purchases. If you don't hit the button for a while, it will go away, but it will leave your credit card open.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
So hold on. You're telling me to buy a Coke or a Pepsi out of that machine is $4.25?
It is, because when I used to work there, I was desperate some days to get like a Coke.
Oh, my God. You should go to 7-Eleven or Circle K or Wawa or something. Grab it. The fountain drinks, or get a big giant fountain drink if you want. But, even like the bottled Coke, what is that, $1.50 or something?
Yeah, $2, yeah, something like that. Yeah, half the price.
Yeah.
But you're international, so it's very. But yeah, I think that person got charged twice because they were indeed $4.25.
Gotcha. Sherry, thanks. Again, I don't know where they were, but they just contacted me about buying a soft drink, getting hit for $8 or $8.50, whatever. Let me grab one more call on this. Jack is in Clearwater. Hey, Jack, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
Doing fine. Go ahead.
Well, I work for a vending company, and usually what happens is they will charge whatever you say. If you want to make multiple purchases, they will charge $10, $15 up front, and then after you make your purchases, the next day, the extra money will fall away off your card. So you got to wait a day to see that.
Oh, for it to reconcile?
Yeah.
All right.
So they don't know what you're going to buy, and you have to hit the complete button when you're done swiping a credit card.
What happened to dropping a couple of quarters into a damn machine and pushing the button and it goes, and it just
nobody carries money anymore.
Yeah, nobody has quarters anymore.
Yeah, I don't have a. I have a $50 bill in my wallet, but I don't carry the kind of cash. Jack, thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
You know what I feel bad for is those machines that kids get to, the claw machine, or just a toy machine or a gumball machine in a restaurant. Those random machines. My kids will be like, "Mommy, can I get one of those? Can I try that?" I'm like, Mommy doesn't have any coins. I'm sorry. Does anybody have any coins anymore?
I
That
don't talk to my kids like, so I really can't relate to that. But
You know what? Parents that talk to their kids like that, that's why you've got 8 and 10-year-olds that still talk like babies. That drives me nuts. When you've got like a 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old and they're still doing baby talk.
I need my pedophile.
No, seriously, that drives me nuts. We've had, listen, I don't want to mention any names, but we've had some friends, through the years growing up, and I'll say to my wife, I'm like, why the hell is so-and-so's kid still talking like a baby? They're like 11.
All right, that's weird.
It is. Yeah. It's strange because our kids never did the baby talk deal. And that drives me
when
nuts.
They were babies, I'm sure.
Well, I'm talking about, as they got older, they never had that baby talk phase. And I'm talking, you know what I'm saying? You'll have a kid that's like 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and they're still doing baby talk. And it's like, what? Smack this kid.
Yeah.
Get the kid out of this phase.
Daviana's very baby talkish, but she's 3. But Evelyn Jade is not. She talks normal.
All right, that's good. All right, so I mentioned I've got my 7:45 item, which I teased, which I'll get to in a second. And the tease was a record number of these people are in existence right now. What people? I'll explain. Record number of these people.
Aliens.
I'll explain in seconds. Don't move. I also mentioned Julian and Michelle are doing this, and I am not. I was asked. And I said, nah, go ahead. So I'll explain that in a minute. First, though, let me remind you, you want to be listening between 9 and 9:20 this morning because I'm going to just fling out the next MJ Cash Stash song. We launched this on Monday. We've now had 2 days under our belt. We've already given away $2,000. Today will be the third day. It'll be $3,000. We are giving away tens of thousands of dollars, folks, cash. This is not a national contest. We do the national contest with all the Beasley radio stations around the country, and people really win those contests. They text the word and people are really winning a grand. Those contests are great. And we have a lot of local winners when we do the national contest. Thumbs up. But this contest is local only. This is only here on Q105. You're only playing against people listening to Q105 right here in Tampa Bay. So 9 to 9:20 this morning, and every morning for the next 3-4 weeks, I think, I'm going to give you the Cash Stash song. So right after 9 o'clock, between 9 and 9:20, listen for that song to play during the day at any time, guaranteed before 6 o'clock. Yesterday's was at 11:30, so it was only a couple of hours after I gave the title out. Listen for the Cash Stash song to be played. Be the 7th caller at 800-990-1047 and win $1,000 cash. Who couldn't use a grand right now? So the next title coming up between 9 and 9:20, so just over an hour and 10 minutes away. So make sure you're listening every morning for the next weeks. I think it's like 4 weeks that we're doing this. That's a lot of money. $1,000 a day. Do the math. All right, are you the next $1,000 winner? Yesterday's winner was Amanda in St. Pete. Monday's winner was Cheryl in Wesley Chapel. So hopefully you're... By the way, Amanda, a lovely 30-year-old woman.
Yep.
That won yesterday.
And loves the show.
Yep, loves the MJ Morning Show. All right, Michelle and Julian, do you know what they're going to do today? They asked me if they should wait for the weekend in order for me to be included. I said, just go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm sounding like Larry David in the FTX crypto commercial. Yeah, where's that? Oh, right here.
Like I was saying, it's FTX. It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
I don't think so. And I'm never wrong about this stuff.
Yeah.
Never.
Oh, yeah, okay, Larry. All right, so any idea? If Michelle and Julian are going to do something, they asked if they should wait for the weekend to include me, and I said, nah. Any idea?
Pedicure.
It could be literally. It could be a million things, MJ. You give
but
pedicure is as good an answer as anything else.
Yeah.
Dun.
Well,
I'm giving you a musical clue. One note. Dun.
Oh, go to Home Depot.
Oh.
What?
You thought
That's
that was
the-
Home
Do you
Depot?
need?
That's
Can
the
you
Home Depot
can you
music.
name it in 2 notes?
Right.
The first note was dun. You ready for the second note?
Yes.
Dun dun. No?
Dun, 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 dun. Eye of the Tiger?
No.
What?
All right. How about 3 notes? Dun, dun, dun.
I
hate
This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible.
This is the worst game in the history of radio.
You ever see Name That Tune?
Yeah.
This is nothing
All right.
like it.
Are you ready? All right. I'm going to give you a few more notes.
It's like playing Name That Tune with a person with a stuttering problem. It's like, okay, what are they doing?
So, Michelle and Julian are doing this today. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, James Bond? Jeez. This is like playing Name That Tune with someone who's tone deaf.
Dun, 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 dun. What am I doing?
I don't
Come
know.
on. All right. Here, I'm just going to do it now. All right, here it is. Ready? Dun, 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 dun.
That's Mission Impossible.
Yes, it is. Yes. Yes, it is. So what do you think Julian and Michelle are doing today?
They're going to a movie?
Yes, they're going to see the new Mission Impossible. They asked if I wanted to go, and I said, nah. I don't really want to see it.
Okay, I was just thinking, I've not seen, this was like 2 days ago, because there's so many movies now on TV, all these streaming programs. I've not watched one Mission Impossible movie.
I've seen, I think I saw Mission Impossible 1 with Tom Cruise, and I might have seen 2. Listen, it just doesn't. It doesn't excite me. So the movie, I've read numerous reviews. The action, the stunts are supposed to be fantastic. It's going to be one of the summer. It's going to be one of the summer blockbusters. There's no doubt about it. But for me, it's it doesn't really float my boat. Michelle. So hey, Tom Cruise, who could be listening right now,
for real.
Tom lives a lot of the year right here in Clearwater. He's got that secret bunker place where he can have an elevator take his car upstairs or whatever the hell that thing is.
But it's not a bunker.
Near Scientology over there. So Tom Cruise could be listening to the show. And Tom, you don't have my $12 or whatever it costs, but you'll have my wife and my daughter's and son's money later today. So they wanted to know if... They wanted it. It's still my money, Andrew says in my ear.
Yeah, it's still your money.
Was that on the air or was that in my ear? That was on. See, I don't know when it's on the air and when it's in my ear. All right. So they're going to see Mission Impossible later today. And I said, nah, you guys go. I don't need to see it. So, I did read that, expect a lot of great action, a lot of great cinematography. Tom Cruise does his own stunts, which I think is fantastic. But I did read that it's kind of short on story, but it's gonna be a major blockbuster, and if you enjoy it, enjoy it. But I told them, just go see the movie without me.
You holding out to see Barbie?
And I have no desire to see Barbie either. I've got zero desire to see Barbie. Oppenheimer, that's my speed, man. I can't. We're seeing Oppenheimer. Our tickets are booked. I think I told you this. We're going to see Oppenheimer opening weekend, but like a 9 o'clock show on Sunday night. So I'm not going to get home till like close to 1 a.m. on Sunday. Oppenheimer opens like the weekend of the 21st, 22nd, something like that.
No.
Was
every other showing sold out already? I mean, you couldn't get like a Saturday at 5?
Well, we could get lousy seats. So all these seats are pre-booked. And listen, I want the Golden Triangle. I want to sit in a certain...
The Golden Triangle.
I want to sit in a certain spot. Thank you. So it's the 21st of... Andrew said in my... Now Andrew in my ear is going... He's making like a walkie-talkie sound, so I know that it's off the air versus...
Nice.
Andrew, how about you do that when you go on the air?
Right, go on the air and show the listener, let the listener hear what you're doing now in my ear to differentiate whether you're just in my ear, in my headphone, or on the air. Go ahead.
Yes, the 21st.
So that's what it's now doing.
Perfect.
I think that should be the on-air presence of Andrew.
All right, so where was I? So Oppenheimer, we wanted good seats. And as far as, we got into the IMAX discussion yesterday. There are IMAX theaters in the Tampa Bay area, but we don't have 70 millimeter IMAXs. The best way to see Oppenheimer is in 70 millimeter IMAX. So locally, we're going to, I think, Veterans, and we are not seeing it IMAX. We're seeing the 70 millimeter. So if you have a choice between IMAX, not 70 millimeter, or the 70 millimeter print, you want to go with the 70 millimeter print. But if you have IMAX with 70 millimeter, which there are locations around the country, but not here in the Tampa Bay area, that's the ideal way. So what we're doing is we're going to see Oppenheimer on the Sunday that it opens, 9 o'clock, good seats where we want to sit. So that put us at 9 o'clock. That's how the pre-sales are already going for this movie. And a lot of people know you want the 70 millimeter viewing of the movie locally. But then the following week, we're going to be up in New York City for the weekend, and Michelle's already purchased tickets for the 70 millimeter IMAX in New York City. So we're going to see Oppenheimer. That's 6 hours of my life. But no, that story's fascinating. And Michelle's plowing through the book right now. She bought the book that the movie's based on, and she's plowing through that as we speak. So they're going to Mission Impossible today, and I just don't I don't want to see it. It doesn't, maybe when it comes out on streaming or whatever, I'll check it out. So what I teased was there's a record number of these people, and the question is, what people is there a record number of? There's a record high number of 40-year-olds in the U.S. that have never been married.
Good for them.
Kelly Clarkson.
All right,
it's like I think of the 40-year-old virgin here.
I don't think they're virgins.
No, I don't think they're virgins. But I thought this was interesting. A record number of 40-year-olds in the United States have never been married, and most of them are living alone. According to brand new analysis of U.S. Census Bureau data, the Pew Research Center analyzed Census Bureau data from 2021 and found 25% of 40-year-olds that year had never been married. That's a sharp increase from 20% in 2010. So up 5% in just a decade. That's pretty significant. The number of 40-year-olds never married. Should we go to the never married 40-year-old lines right now?
Yeah.
Listen, I think we can go probably mid to late 30s to probably mid 40s instead of just saying, oh, you got to be 40 years old to call up. I think for the sake of this conversation, never married, that we say maybe mid 30s to mid 40s or maybe high 40s, early 50s, never married.
It should be 40 and up. If the story's 40 and up, 39-years-olds don't count.
Look at you, stickler.
Listen, I think 39, 38 is close enough for the conversation.
2 rooms.
Oh, yeah. Fester, Mr. Loosey-Goosey over here suddenly being are you wearing an ascot? What are you, Mr. Furley? What is around your neck?
No, this?
Oh, you're wearing you're wearing a tie-dye T-shirt.
I'm wearing my favorite shirt, which is a Dickies Mechanics work shirt, and then I have like a tie-dye T-shirt.
Yeah, but you're buttoned all the way up, and it looked like you had like an ascot around your neck or something. All right, Fester's showing it off on MJ TV right now. Andrew, did you get that?
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, let's go to phones on this. I would like to talk to the record number of 40-year-olds in the U.S. who have never been married, according to the newly analyzed census data. All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. And again, I'm not going to hold it to exactly 40. If you're a little under 40, if you're over 40, never married, but for the sake of the conversation, just the stats are record number of 40-year-olds never married. But I think that we should have a couple of years of leeway. All right, let's go to phones on this. And have you never been married? And why is that? I mean, are you dating a lot? Have you had relationships but never got married? What's the deal here? So let's go to the never married phones, 800. And again, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to open up the scope, the breadth a little bit here. So I'll say mid to late 30s to, maybe to 50 or so. Never married. Let's go. Fire up the phones. Want to talk to you. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 is how you get in. Now, while Andrew is screening calls, How many, like, 40-year-olds do you guys know that have never been married?
I know quite a few, actually. And I think there comes a certain point, in your 40s where if you haven't been married yet, you're like, no, I'm good, because you've lived such a big chunk of your adult life on your own that you don't want anybody else to get into your space.
All right, my call screener says Key. Is Key your name, or is that a misspelling?
No, that's my name.
Oh, Key. All right. Hey, thank you, Key. So it's Key, Key?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a very unique name. I like it. All right, so Key, you're in Tampa, and what's your marital status?
I have never married.
And how old are you?
51.
So you're 51, and obviously you were 40 just some years ago. And why, Key, have you never been married?
Never had the desire to do it. And my brother used to beg me. He was like, why don't you want to get married? I was like, I just don't. Like, I like my life. I have a partner. We do stuff together. But I never wanted to get married. Never, ever, ever.
Listen, if that works for you, then it works for you. So you've had relationships, you've had companions, but you never desired to get married.
Nope, I've actually been in a 30-year relationship with the same person, and neither one of us wanted to get married.
All right, so I think that doesn't exactly count, Key, because you're doing everything else.
No, but the stats are 40 and never married record number. Yeah. So it does. It doesn't say that you can't be in a relationship. You got to be holed up in some closet.
She's been with this person since she was 20.
Right.
So...
But
they're not married.
But not married, Fester.
But don't you get?
Yeah. Hey, Key, thanks for. Hey,
You're welcome. Have a great day, guys.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Key, before you go, Key, what is your favorite flavor of pie?
Apple cherry.
What?
Oh,
Apple cherry?
cherry.
No.
Oh, I thought it would be key lime pie.
I know.
Let's make some more key jokes. Do you ever lose your house key?
What's your favorite chain?
Have a great day, Key. All right, Paul is in Largo.
I have something to say before, as we go to Paul, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes, all-time quotes, Chris Rock, he says, you can be married and bored or single and lonely. Ain't no happiness nowhere.
You sound just like him.
Yeah, that's a really good impression of Chris Rock.
It wasn't supposed to be an impression.
If Chris Rock was reincarnated as an uppity white woman, that's exactly how
Here comes Will Smith. He's going to slap you in the face as well. Yeah. Ow, son of a. All right, Paul's in Largo. Hey, Paul, you're 40, correct?
That's correct.
And never married, correct?
Came real close, but that's correct.
All right, so Paul, you're in the stat. You're in the Census Bureau stats. 40, never married, record number in the United States. So why are you not married at 40?
Well, I was dating, my fiance, we've been dating for a while, and we were coming back from her parents' house to my apartment. And I'm a first responder. So there was a car accident, and I stopped to help out. And I said to her, it's really bad. Don't get out of the car. I know the way you are. Just let me do my thing. And a young girl had ended up pretty much, lying on the side of the road. And I was helping her, but she had passed right there on the side of the road.
Terrible.
And I didn't realize my fiance was watching me. And that night it changed. And she ultimately said, I can't be with someone who's going to be running out and, fighting fires and doing stuff like that.
Hold on, I can't be with someone that's going to help people and rescue and save people?
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy. Maybe you're better off without her.
That's called a blessing, Paul.
I would think so, but
yeah,
she was, she was the love of my life. We were engaged, and we were supposed to get married about 7 months before that, before she broke it off, and we waited till 3 months, like 4 months of trying to work it out. And so, like it's in my blood. That's what I do. My family's done it. My father's done it. My sister was the first firefighter as a female back in the 80s.
Where? What city?
What's that?
What city?
Oh, this was all the way in New Jersey. That's where I'm originally from.
All right. So, Paul, thanks for the call. Are you dating now?
I am. I have been, but nothing's really worked into a marriage.
Gotcha.
I don't know. It just kind of gave me marriage fright.
All right, so Paul, you're 40, never married, but you're not ruling it out. If the right person comes along, then it could happen.
Yes.
All right, Paul, thanks for the call. And Paul, are you still a first responder?
I am. 40 years or 30, 35 years I've been doing it with my dad. I was like, he was the fire chief of training, so I was like a victim at the training center.
Oh, so you were like a little 5-year-old kid and you were a victim?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. All right, Paul, thanks for the call. Thanks for listening. Let's grab just a few more here. Jennifer is in Newport Richie. Jennifer, how old are you? And you've never been married?
I'm 53 and I've never been married.
All right. So again, Fester's angry that I'm not taking only 40-year-olds.
No, I'm just wait. No. I didn't say that. She's right. Jennifer's what I wanted.
Get over it,
40 and
Fester.
up. I didn't want to take a bunch of 36-year-olds like, oh my God, I'm not married. I haven't met the right boy.
So
this is what I'm looking for.
Jennifer, 53, never married. Why?
Never married, never.
By the way, thanks for sneaking in just under that 25 to 54. All right, go ahead.
Well, I just always just it's not really that I don't value marriage. I just never saw the need to do it. I've been in 3 long-term relationships my whole life, 8 years, then 13, and for the one I'm in now for 10.
Wow.
I've just always been really happy and never saw the need to do it. All of them asked me. I just never wanted to get married.
All right, like the current relationship, which is like 10 years, I think you just said. Are you guys
Yes.
are you cohabitating or living separately?
Yeah, we've been cohabitating. We've been living together since about a year into the relationship.
Gotcha. All right, Jennifer, thanks for listening. Do you listen every day?
Yeah, every day.
Thank you, Jennifer. We appreciate it. Hey, you know about the $1,000 cash dash, right?
I do.
All right. Well, listen, we are about an hour away. I'll announce the next cash dash song, and then you listen all day. When the song plays, if you're the 7th caller, you win $1,000. So hopefully you can grab $1,000 during our 4-week run with this thing, okay?
I'll certainly try.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer.
Not to be not romantic,
Yes.
but marriage is a business relationship as much as anything else. And you're basically going into business with someone.
So you're saying you're just in business with Doug?
No, I said it is a business relationship as much as it is other things.
Right. Well, it seems like what you're saying that the trials and tribulations of Doug is just what, transactional?
It's certainly sad. She took all the romance out of her.
I'm such a romantic newlywed.
Yes.
Man, it just went, meow.
Doug, I have to see your P&L for last quarter. Show me your P for the last quarter.
All right, let me grab 2 more calls and I got to move on. We got a lot of stuff today. Fred is in Tampa. Hey, Fred, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, just 46 years old. I've never been married. I've never even asked anybody to marry me.
But in relationships, though, over the years?
Yeah. I was in a 12-year relationship, a few 4-year relationships. But now it's to the point where I'd rather just have friends than have somebody that we're not going to be in a relationship with after a few years and then starting all over.
You sound like a real catch, Fred.
Thanks for the call. Fester, don't be snarky to Fred.
Fred sounds like a catch.
He just hung up
and
on
he just hung up on you.
You know what? Now, thanks for running off listeners.
I said he sounds like a real catch. I didn't say he sounds like a troll. I didn't say anything like that. I said he sounds like a catch.
All right,
He probably had a woman calling him on the other line.
One more call. Grace, Port Richie, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Last call on this. Hi, Grace.
Hi, how are you, MJ?
Doing fine, Grace.
And never married.
Right.
But I find that I have to love somebody more than I love myself to marry them.
So you're saying you're more in love with yourself than anyone else?
I'm a perfect person.
Yeah, say that again?
That's not saying I'm a perfect person.
But what you're saying is you're more in love with yourself than anyone else.
Yes, I love myself too much to marry somebody that isn't perfect. And perfect for me, I should say.
My screen says you did bang out 2 kids, though. Is that true?
And I got pushed out of the way. My head hit.
Grace, hang on a minute. My screen says that you did have 2 kids. Is that right?
Yes, I have 2 sons.
All right. Are they married?
And they're adult sons.
Yes.
Did they get married, or are they following in your footsteps?
Actually, they're kind of following my footsteps. My one son is 40 years old, but he was going to get married, but she left him, took the baby, and
Wow.
moved to California.
All right, I think that's more than I want to know. But
Somebody else.
all right, Grace, thanks for listening, and I hope you have continued love with yourself.
I know that sounds awful.
No,
Grace,
no.
no.
Respect me as much as I respect myself.
Right. No, Grace, you sound absolutely lovely. Grace, thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one. Hey, Fester, move it along.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead. Grace is in a long-term relationship right now with Paul Mall.
Listen to this.
We get it. An idiot.
All right.
Turn his mic on.
I'm sorry.
She sounds like a chest.
You know what?
lovely.
I'm not going to feel bad at all about saying this.
Okay, go
I saw this headline. The big smelly seaweed blob headed for Florida has shrunk by 75%. The big smelly Fester blob in Florida has expanded by 75%.
That's probably about right.
What do they call that? Is that like sargassum? Is that what that crap is?
Is it an algae? Is it an algae bloom?
Well, no, it's seaweed. Do you remember the story that like there was like a 5,000-mile long blob of seaweed that was going to envelop Florida? It was going to take us over.
Seaweed salad forever.
Yeah. Well,
why would they name a seaweed blob to make it sound like a sex result?
Oh, so you're saying
sex result?
You're saying that the Great Atlantic sargassum is what you think of orgasm?
The last 4 letters are the same. No, the last 5 letters are the same.
I was thinking of sarcasm, but of course you're thinking of other things.
It's the name of the seaweed is sargassum. It's sargassum, and Roxanne's got to turn it into into an orgasm over here.
Serious. It's not like it's called.
Oh
a
yes,
blow
oh
blob.
yes, oh yes. All right, Roxanne, do you realize that you've changed? I mean, we've been working with you for almost 3 years. We brought you into the MJ Morning Show fold in October of 2020 when we came back. And I'm just saying that I think you're the most sexualized individual on the show now. I think that...
So I've changed for the better?
I'm in touch. And listen, you've got your new girl crush friend, apparently. Oh, we have an update. Because yesterday, about this time,
do not sexualize this relationship.
I'm not. Listen,
yeah, don't ruin it.
I'm not. It's just a. The story is, and if you were listening yesterday, we had Lee Spann on. Lee Spann, who is the morning meteorologist on Channel 8. Who's a very lovely, talented television personality and meteorologist, I believe, with all the appropriate seals and everything. And Roxanne, over the last couple of years, whenever she saw Lee Spann on TV, and Roxanne is totally heterosexual, as far as I know. But Roxanne has said, man, I would love to be friends with Lee Spann. And then finally, after hearing this for like years, Fester gets a hold of Froggy.
Froggy.
Yes. Froggy got a hold of Lee Spann and had me...
Made a connection.
Well, then I called Lee Spann. I said, hey, Lee, here's a story. She loved the story. And Roxanne, you want to be friends with Lee Spann from Channel 8?
That is really thoughtful of you guys because it is something I wanted. Like I would look at her and I'd be like, she looks so nice. If I could pick one person I wanted to know better, who I know a lot of the people in the business, and I was like, it would be her. And I've never run into her at a party or anything like that. So that was a really thoughtful thing of you guys to do. I appreciate it.
So we had Lee Spann on the show yesterday, and now it could be Roxanne's latest friend. So we'll see how that goes. Speaking of Roxanne, you sent me an email yesterday because you typically send me 2 show prep emails. I got an email from you yesterday. The first show prep email from you yesterday, the lead item is this. I'm going to try my best to send you a little prep, but I've been drinking all day at a mommy play date.
What?
And a little tired and buzzed, so it's going to be light.
Well, that's dedication. I even sent anything.
How many of these buzzed up, liquored up mommy play dates are you going to?
I got news for you.
Yeah.
That's all the moms are doing this summer. That's it.
So
What, getting all pilled up and drinking?
Pilled up. Wait, that's
What are you talking about?
She didn't say it was a mom party. She said it was a mom date.
Listen,
But she's buzzed. So how do you supervise your kids if the mommies are all getting tanked?
as the alcohol starts to be consumed, then we start to call in the dads for reinforcement. So then the dads arrive, drive people home.
Designated drivers.
Yes.
Sorry, Chet. I have to leave work early. My wife is drunk at the pool with my kids.
It's 2:15.
I don't understand either. Yes.
Everything was fine. But you know what's crazy is like I take these kids out to wear them out and I have them in the sun in the pool half the day. And then we come home and they're like, can we do a dance party and eat popcorn? And like summertime is tough for moms, MJ.
How buzzed were you yesterday?
Buzzed. Buzzed is not fall down drunk.
But to the point where you shouldn't have driven,
Okay.
right? You didn't drive.
No, of course not. So, I mean, I did text Fester and Froggy. I was like, guys, can you do some show prep tonight? Because
I must have missed that.
She's like, I have to Uber home because I'm so drunk.
Did you drink a whole bottle?
I didn't have to Uber. I shared a bottle.
Oh, okay.
How many bottles?
One.
Ooh, okay.
You drank a whole bottle of wine or you shared a whole bottle?
I shared.
Yeah,
Good
with
for
what?
you.
With me, myself, and I?
With my multiple personalities.
Now, Roxanne, Now, yesterday, there was an item you were trying to jam into the show.
Oh, you know what? I just made a list here. I was going to tell you, I have so many good things I've sent you lately, and you're just ignoring me. Like my hyper-focused self-help story. My.
Do you hear that, or are you just
Yes.
going to ignore that
no,
sound
I
effect?
hear that sound. Okay. So you are going to do one of my stories. Thank
All right,
you.
So Roxanne is dying to talk about this. Do you know what item I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Her horrific
thank you.
TMJ?
What is it?
All right, Roxanne, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Okay, this story caught my attention because this little girl, she is 6 years old, and she was playing in her front yard in Miami, and a man came up to her and tried to kidnap her from her front porch step.
Oh, God.
And what did she do? She got away from him. He did not kidnap her. I think he was driving like a Range Rover or something or other, pulls up and gets out of the car, tries to get her. She bit him to get away.
Hence the...
Yes.
Wow.
Hence the Hanna-Barbera cartoon sound effect library Bone Bite. So Roxanne loves this story because the 6-year-old bit the would-be kidnapper.
Yes, the police arrested Leonardo Venegas on Saturday in connection with the abduction.
I'm going to turn this into a movie trailer. It's the feel-good kidnapping thwarting of the summer. In Miami, a 6-year-old kid bites a kidnapper. Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Used to.
Yes.
I thought we were going.
This was significant in my world. I have small children.
Yeah.
And so I had my 6-year-old watch this news story. We don't really let her watch the news. We don't really watch
So
the
you're
news.
teaching your daughter, if you're ever kidnapped, to bite the crap out of the kidnapper.
I showed her the news clip and I was like, look at this brave little girl. We are in the stage. Naturally, it's a stranger danger world out there. We don't want them to be scared of everyone they see. But, you keep your kids away from people who they don't know and they only talk to people who mommy and daddy kind of introduce them to. But at what stage do you start to teach them about, hey, if someone gives you a bad feeling and following your intuition about get away from that weirdo versus just a nice, normal person walking down the street?
It's the Stranger Danger movie of the summer. Also coming soon, the Fester Molester story of the summer.
Hey, kids. Y'all ever seen the inside of a radio van?
Fester, stop. You don't have to creep it up even more. All right. So,
All right, we're laughing, but let's talk about this jerk. Jerk is an understatement.
Absolutely.
All right, so this is like parallel Roxanne's life because she has small children.
Yes.
You have a front yard.
I do.
You have like 50 friends who drive
Range Rovers.
Rovers.
Yeah.
So
No.
this is your life.
No.
All right.
Have your kids bitten any of your friends? All right.
No, but seriously, I told my kids, I was like, look, if someone ever tries to touch you or take you away, you cuss, bite, do whatever you need to do.
Kick.
Moving along. Froggy, I think you're going to be very excited about this. Ooh. Now, Froggy is a medical marijuana card holder in the state of Florida.
Yes, sir.
Is marijuana in the state of Florida about to open new doors and approach new horizons? Well, over 1 million Floridians apparently have signed on for recreational marijuana in the state. So there's a group that's trying to get recreational marijuana on the 2024 ballot, and now they've gotten the number of registered voters' signatures that they need, and they have over 1 million Floridians that have now signed on to get the referendum for recreational marijuana on the 2024 ballot here in the state of Florida.
So that would mean you don't need a card any longer,
I guess. Right? Make it harder to get.
Is it like Colorado where it looks like there's like convenience stores full of marijuana?
The Safe and Smart campaign, they're trying to get recreational marijuana use on the ballot, and they have now gotten a verified over 1 million signatures to legalize marijuana usage for recreational purposes by adults in the state of Florida. And that would be enough to get recreational marijuana on the 2024 Florida ballot.
Wow.
So
I may have to vote.
Over 1 million. You've got almost 22 million people in the state of Florida now. So that's a big population. So what are we? The third most populous state now? What is it? California, Texas, Florida, then New York. I think we might be third now, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. Climbing the charts.
State by population. Hang on. Texas is number 1. California.
Come on.
You go to California. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, California, Texas, Florida, New York. That's where the population stands now. Yeah, Florida is, the July 2022 estimate is now 22,244,000. California's got 39 million. Texas is 30 million now. So Florida, we're number 3. So Florida, Froggy, where do you stand on recreational Mary Jane use?
I think it should just be for the people who need it medically, like me.
With severe ailments.
Yes. Very severe anxiety. Look how nervous I am right now.
Well, has it helped your severe Peyronie's disease?
Yeah, straightened it right up. Actually bent it to the other side. Now it curves to the right. It's crazy.
You switch hitter now.
Crazy how that works.
Either side of the plate.
All right. Now, did you see that the Buccaneers are debuting their new creamsicle uniforms for the new season? You know, throwback to the old creamsicle.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Are they going to wear them all year?
All right. Now,
or is it like a special games or what?
All right. Here's what I have. So, first time in over 10 years, the Buccaneers will be wearing nostalgic orange and white this year, the creamsicle. They're going to debut the retro creamsicle uniforms July 12th. So that is today at Selman's Steakhouse, and wear them against the Detroit Lions on Sunday, October 15th. That's going to be week 6 of the 2023 NFL season.
So they're only going to wear them once? That sucks.
That appears to be what it is. But you know what comes to mind here is putting the old creamsicle uniform on. It might be very fitting because the Bucs this year are supposed to suck. Weren't there predictions that the Bucs might win only one game this season?
I don't think they're going to win one game.
I'm not making the. Hold on. I'm not making. Fester, go to the Bings or the Googles or whatever you want to do.
Here we go.
All right, I'm Tampa Bay Buccaneer prediction, 1 game win. Type that in. I'm not making it up. There are various sports websites that are predicting the Bucs are only going to win 1 freaking game this season. And actually, it might actually be the Detroit Lions game that they're wearing the creamsicle uniform.
Detroit's been putting a team together,
Yeah,
man.
Detroit is not quite as sucky as they used to be. But I'm telling you, I've read in numerous spots that, well, first of all, the Buccaneers are expected to have a horrific season, and there are some predictions that they only win one game.
Okay, I don't think they're going to win
This
just
year.
one game. I mean, some other team's bound to have a plane mishap or something.
A what?
You know, like the plane's late.
Not
like crash. Like, you're like, oh, our plane's late. We have to forfait to the Bucs.
Yeah, that always happens.
That's- I remember the last time that happened. Never.
Like never, exactly. So anyway, when I saw the creamsicle uniform coming back for the throwback game, blah, 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 I'm like, yeah, they're also throwing back their game win and loss record also to old creamsicle days as well. Boy.
Where are they going to debut it?
It looks like the Detroit game. Is that right?
Yeah, which, if you want to be a real nerd about it, they used to play Detroit all the time when they were in the NFC Central.
Black and blue division.
It's going to be the Detroit Lions game. They'll wear the uniform against the Detroit Lions Sunday, October 15th. That's week 6 of the upcoming season.
No, where did you say they're going to show it off? They're going to debut it.
It says Selman Steakhouse.
Where is that?
I don't know. Where is Selman Steakhouse?
It's right across from the mall.
No,
No,
all the old Leroy Selman's barbecue locations are now Glory Days, right?
Well, you used to have Leroy Selman's, but where's Selman Steakhouse? Is there a?
I don't know where.
Is this story wrong? This is from the Tampa Patch. Where is Selman Steakhouse? Good catch.
Is it in the stadium? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they're renting out a Ponderosa. They're calling it Selman's for the day. I don't know. So anyway, I'm not going to get hung up on that. Fester's trying to search Selman Steakhouse, and it's not coming up.
It's tripping to a Simon Steakhouse, which is in Zurich.
It's Zurich, Switzerland.
Yeah, what? Yeah, okay. So
that's odd. Let's see if we can figure that out. I don't know. Hey, are you guys ready for theme park news?
Yes, I love theme park news.
I've got theme park news here on the MJ Morning Show, and Universal Studios or Universal, in Orlando, they might be in a little bit of trouble because they might have violated federal law. What do you
do you guys know what I'm laughing at? Froggy, do you know? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Theme park news and federal law.
What are you making fun of?
I mean, it's just really hard for you to talk
the way you talk.
Why? What is wrong with the way I'm talking?
You're so obnoxious
Yeah, it
today.
sounds like the suffer and succotash.
Usually you get right in.
Suffer and succotash.
You usually get right into the first letter of words.
I got some great.
All right, so you're saying that I'm f***ing a little too much?
You're effing too much.
All right. Here's
Don't
the
hang
deal.
on that first consonant so long.
Orlando Universal, their Volcano Bay water park, they might have violated federal law, the Americans with Disabilities Act, by not allowing a man with only one hand to ride a water attraction. So they didn't allow the guy with one hand to ride the ride.
I mean, if part of the safety is you have to hold on with both hands.
Yeah, that's an interesting point here. But Universal's Volcano Bay Water Park may have violated the Americans with Disabilities Act by not allowing a man with only one hand to ride a water attraction. This is according to a U.S. Appeals Court ruling. Dylan Campbell was not allowed to ride the Krakatoa Aqua Coaster in 2019 by Universal employees because he doesn't have a right forearm or hand.
Okay.
So
Can't they just attach it or
how?
Hook it?
He sued. Universal successfully convinced a district court to throw out the suit because Florida law and Universal had to comply with manufacturers' recommendations. And, well, guess what? The appeals court said otherwise.
Yeah, this guy probably shouldn't also ride a motorcycle. There's a lot of things he shouldn't do with one hand.
The appeals court ruled that Universal failed to show... What are you laughing at, Froggy?
Just driving a motorcycle. That's pretty funny.
I mean,
what's wrong with driving a motorcycle with one hand?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen it done with any length?
I'm sure there are one-armed people riding motorcycles.
All right, if you're a one-armed person that's a motorcyclist, call up now.
800-990-1047. How do you... If
you're driving your motorcycle, don't call.
Oh, yeah, balancing right now. Big fan. Long time, first time. All right.
Listen, there are one-handed or one-armed people that can do just about everything.
But there are several things they probably shouldn't do.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about driving a car or cooking.
All right,
or
if there are any one-handed people, call us 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you're one-armed or one-handed, can I get your take on this, please? I want to get a handle on the situation.
Oh, come on. A handle on the situation? It's not cool.
Are you ready for the continuation of theme park news here on the MJ Morning Show?
Oh, yeah.
Next. I don't know if there's video of this, but did you see the story of a boy, 5 years old, flying out of a water slide up in Georgia? Andrew, I don't know if there's any video of this, but man, what a crazy story. 5-year-old boy was injured after falling off a water slide at a Georgia amusement park. This is near the Georgia-Tennessee border. Isn't there a country band called Georgia-Tennessee Line or something?
Something like that.
Florida Georgia
Line. Is it Florida Georgia Line?
Yes.
It is.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was South Carolina. Never mind. Yeah. Oh, it is
I'm
Florida
kidding around, guys. Of course I know it's Florida.
Hey, of course. Isn't there a guy named Mason Dixon?
So the kid fell 15 to 20 feet. I've seen these stories before where you have somebody that is lightweight like a kid, and the trajectory and the way they fly down some of these water slides, their body weight can't keep them low, and they'll just fly over the edge. I know I've seen this in the past, so careful if you got a young kid. Make sure your kid doesn't fly off.
Yeah, this is why they have the height and weight requirements for the rides.
There you go. And then guess what? That crack in the roller coaster up in Charlotte, North Carolina, completely severed. We talked about this, last week, I think, initially. And this was crazy. This is at the Carowinds Amusement Park just outside of Charlotte up in North Carolina. And it was their Fury 325 Giga roller coaster. This is a serious roller coaster. And the main support column going up like 300 feet had a massive crack. And as the roller coaster was going up, the crack was separating, and you could see daylight right through the main support arm, this huge, you know what it's like? You know those massive, like a lot of intersections here in the Tampa Bay area, they now have those massive, like, water main-looking pipes that they hang the traffic lights from?
Yeah.
It's even bigger than that, this big pole, and it's cracked. By the way, the manufacturer has rushed a new pole into production. So but the crazy thing is here, the crack was visible 6 to 10 days before the ride was closed. So this crack, 6 to 10 days, they could have had a serious accident. Folks, they could have, it could have sent the roller coaster off the tracks.
Oh, it's horrifying.
You imagine?
Didn't that happen in a movie?
Roller coaster off the tracks? Yeah, I think it was like in one of the Sharknado movies or something.
Something like that.
I think it was. There was a movie called Roller Coaster that I think was shot when I was a kid at the old Ocean View Amusement Park in Norfolk, in Virginia. And Roller Coaster, did the ride go off the tracks? I'm trying to remember. It's like a 1970s movie that was shot when I was a kid in the Hampton Roads Tidewater area. So anyway, the update is the manufacturer is now rushing. They're fabricating a new support column. It's going to be delivered next week. So I wonder if they can get this ride back open during the season. But that is just crazy as crap. So following the installation of the new column, massive testing, independent, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, the manufacturer is like B&M, and I think B&M is a major manufacturer of like amusement park rides and roller coasters in the country. But I want to know how the hell did that? They say it was a weld, that it cracked along a weld line. So can I ask, Andrew, what are you doing? You're handing Fester Post-it notes. Fester's like
Andrew
fast and furiously working on a computer.
We're trying to get more information.
What?
Andrew only busts in when there's important traffic information.
What's going on?
Westbound I-4 near Dinosaur World. Apparently, there's a big accident right there, and traffic is getting around on the shoulder.
Okay.
So if you're coming into Tampa from Plant City, you're screwed right now because
what is going on in this area? Like Dino World now, the Thenota Sassa accident last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's I-4 has always got a lot of problems in that stretch of road by Thenona Sassa, McIntosh, Branch Forbes.
So what direction is this now?
This is coming into Tampa, so it's westbound.
So you sure?
Yes, this is the eastbound camera with looking at westbound traffic.
Are you sure? Okay, all right. So now we got a huge accident. What is going on? I-4 is one of the worst interstates in the United States.
Very dangerous.
As far as it's one of the most dangerous stretches of interstate, among the most accidents. It's really just unbelievable. So now we have a giant backup, I-4. So this camera's near Branch Forbes, right?
This is at Branch Forbes.
So right near Dino?
Yep.
Here comes Pat. Pat, come on.
Come on around,
There's
Pat.
the man
Hi,
that
Pat.
knows.
Well,
Give us the real information.
Yeah,
Give
tell
us
us.
the info.
This is a bad one. This is I-4 westbound at Thenota Sassa Road. And it says Branch Forbes because you're looking at the eastbound camera. This is westbound.
Okay.
And they just peeled the roof off this car. It's a car that went up in the back of a semi. And the only thing open is the inside lanes.
Oh, no. All right, so...
I mean, the inside median. All the lanes are blocked.
Yeah, so what's going on is I'm looking at the live camera. I'm looking at the Branch Forbes camera.
Right.
Westbound at Thenota Sassa.
Thenota Sassa, yeah. There's
Again,
another view.
We had a Thenota Sassa deal last week.
This is the devil's triangle of I-4 right here.
Oh, my God. So now I'm looking at the traffic cam. So if you're listening to us, you're I-4 westbound, and you're caught in this traffic, you have people are passing on the left shoulder, a whole bunch of
grassy
cars.
median.
Yeah, a whole bunch of cars just pulled over on the grass because an emergency vehicle is now trying to get through. So now cars which are trying to pass, they've stopped for now while an emergency vehicle is now blocking like everything. And it looks like an officer is holding traffic. I'm looking at 3 or 4 cars on the grass right now. Right. All right, so there. Now an ambulance, it looks like, is that a Hillsborough County rescue vehicle?
Correct, yeah.
All right, so it's now pulled over. Now it looks like, okay, so traffic is now moving again. You've got a single line of cars driving on the shoulder on the far left now, one lane, and it's not even a real lane, it's the shoulder. Man, that can't be good. A car with a peeled off roof underneath a tractor trailer, that sucks.
Yeah, traffic's backed up quite a ways.
That's a shame. Speaking of traffic in Florida, Fester, really, you want to know what kind of grill was it?
I mean, I have questions.
Another crazy Florida man story here. A Florida man arrested after deputies said he hit cars with a tire iron and then threw a barbecue grill at them. What?
He's pretty strong.
Jeez.
Oh, I'm sorry. He threw the barbecue grill at deputies as well.
Ooh.
It had to have been a little one, right?
Like a George Foreman grill?
Or was it a big one? Was it like one of those Weber's?
It was a road rage incident. Brevard County deputies said they were called to the intersection of School Street and Bay Avenue in Cocoa yesterday for a road rage incident. Witnesses reported that a gray Chevy Tahoe was parked in the middle of the road and then began ramming vehicles as drivers tried to go around him. The suspect, Raymond Hoffman, got out of his SUV and started to smash passing vehicles with tire iron, broke out a driver's side window of a passing truck, according to the sheriff's office. Deputies learned that he was also armed with a nail gun. What the hell? Tire iron, a nail gun? He was threatening people with a tire iron and a nail gun. Deputies arrive at the scene. They see the guy with a crowbar. He was given commands to drop the crowbar, and he starts screaming, "You'll have to kill me." He then threw the crowbar and started to run away from deputies. 3 deputies chased Hoffman. During the chase, he allegedly threw a chair and a barbecue grill at the deputies. It doesn't say what type of grill.
I'm looking at the guy sprawled out, handcuffed, leaning against the deputy's vehicle.
Dude's having a crisis, man. What caused his meltdown?
Good job on the deputy's part for showing some kind of restraint against this guy. I'm a deputy. You're pointing a nail gun at me?
I think you get a barbecue thrown at you. Let's after you apprehend the guy, you get the guy cuffed and stuff. Let's have a cookout.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Did he? Does anybody happen to have some charcoal or a spatula? We can have a little party here.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's have a little cookout going on.
Starving.
Now, this is kind of... Oh, by the way, 8:39 at the MJ Morning Show, and we are now minutes away. The big revelation, folks, coming up between 9 and 9:20, I'm going to give you the next MJ Cash Stash song. So coming up, 9 o'clock hour starts in 20 minutes from right now. What was that? Oh... Andrew's reminding me we also have Boy George tickets to give away. I might do those first in just a minute.
We don't have just Boy. Do you know how many Boy George tickets we have like this week? Tyson was.
We got a lot.
We have a lot.
We have a lot of Boy George.
Our promotions.
Boy George Culture Club. Hey, who else is with Boy George and Culture Club? Andrew, who else is with Boy George? Isn't it
Berlin? Is Berlin?
Berlin and Howard Jones. Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like a great show.
Yeah,
Culture Club, Berlin, No More Words, and Take My Breath Away. And then Howard Jones. I think Howard Jones is fantastic. All right, so don't forget, it is 8:40 now. So coming up, we're 20 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Between 9 and 9:20, we're going to give you the new Cash Stash song of the day. I'll give you the title. We'll play a clip. You're going to know the song, and then you want to listen for that song to play during the workday, sometime guaranteed before 6. And when you hear the song play that I'm about to reveal between 9 and 9:20, when you hear that played later today, be the 7th caller, and you will win $1,000 cash. We're doing this for weeks, and this is a local-only contest. We've already given away $2,000 Monday and Tuesday. We started Monday. Monday, Cheryl won from Wesley Chapel. Yesterday, Amanda won from St. Pete. So you could be the next $1,000 winner today, and we'll give you the song coming up in just a few minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. So, Froggy, you still allowing your kids to drink the Logan Paul Prime Energy drink?
Not the energy drink, the hydration drink they enjoy.
All right,
the
so
Gatorade
are
style.
you sure? So you're telling me that Logan Paul has 2 different varieties. It's the energy version that's all jacked up with the caffeine,
Yeah.
and then there's a non-caffeinated version?
Yeah.
Are
and
you
it
sure?
Sort of looks like a Gatorade. And
So-
the energy drinks, I don't see in many places.
MJ, look at the energy drinks here. They're in like Red Bull cans.
Okay.
Okay, you see
All right,
that?
because the reason why I'm bringing this up, and we mentioned this earlier in the week. We mentioned this, I think, first on, was it Monday or last Friday that we mentioned this? But the deal is now experts are saying that Logan Paul's Prime Energy drinks puts kids' hearts at risk. So if he has a hydration drink, which Froggy claims he does.
Right here, look, this is the plastic bottle, the Gatorade-looking bottle.
But it looks the same.
Okay.
You have one in a plastic bottle and one in a metal can, right?
What's the difference between a Red Bull and a Gatorade? They don't look the same.
The logo's exactly the same, though.
The logo's the same, yeah.
All right.
Energy drink, and then the other one's the hydration.
So you got to make sure if you're giving your kids the Logan Paul Prime drink, what do you call it? The
Logan Paul energy drink.
No. What's the other one called?
Hydration.
Hydration. Yeah, just make sure you don't mix up the energy drink with the hydration, because there's a story that a 10-year-old kid at a soccer match, mom handed the kid a $5 Logan Paul, energy drink, and I guess it was a problem. Massive amounts of caffeine, twice the amount of a Red Bull. And experts are saying, be careful. You could put your kid's heart at risk with a Logan Paul energy drink. Make sure you're buying the hydration if it's for a kid, I guess.
Great.
So just a little heads up on. Before we take the break, little clarification. Do you remember yesterday we were talking about those morons following the TikTok trend?
Oh, yeah, jumping off the boat?
Yep, jumping off the back of boats. And do you remember we had a story that an Alabama official said that in this one particular county, like 4 people had died by jumping off the back of boats for this TikTok challenge? Stupid idiots. Well, do you remember yesterday we said, hold on, you're telling me that 4 people have died in one county? Remember, we were a little skeptical.
Yeah, it seems weird.
What's going on? Well, guess what? There's clarification now to the story, And the headline is Alabama official walks back claim that 4 locals died doing dangerous boat jumping TikTok trend. Yeah, story's been updated to reflect that Captain Jim Dennis of the Childersburg Rescue Squad has walked back his original claims that local drownings, 4 of them were tied to the TikTok boating challenge. I mean, we thought that was ridiculously high. But what is accurate and 100% true is that morons are throwing themselves off the back of speeding boats, and people are getting hurt, and people are breaking their necks. What people will do for just the quest for like a couple of minutes of fame on some stupid social media scroll, it's ridiculous.
That's not a good idea.
No, but it's not just this. It's like all these idiotic stunts that people are pulling. Just knock it off. Don't kill yourself. How about that? We have an update on Aretha Franklin's couch. That's pretty amazing. And this Jamie Foxx series of stories is getting more bizarre by the moment. So Jamie Foxx was in like some type of coma or something, or he stroked out. I mean, he disappeared for months. And then we had heard he was in a stroke condition, that he couldn't talk, he couldn't walk.
Then he went to a rehab for a long time.
He went to one of the best rehabs in the country. He was sent from Georgia, I think, up to Chicago, exactly. And you're not going to believe the latest Jamie Foxx story.
It's getting a little outrageous.
This is getting nuts now. It's like, come on, our legs are being yanked.
Something's up.
And then Britney update. You hear what's going on with Britney Spears' biography? We got some update on that. Oh, and you got to hear this. Why does butter always taste better at the restaurant rather than your home?
I think it tastes pretty good in my home.
All right, well, hold on. I'm going to get into all this and more coming up on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And we're minutes away from giving you the Cash Stash song title. Listen up. Between 9 and 9:20, we'll tell you what song to listen for later today, and you can win $1,000 again today here on Q105 and the MJ Morning Show. Now, let's talk about your carpets for a minute here. And I just shut the damn thing off. All right, it's 8:57. It's the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Andrew, was that entertaining to you? Andrew, our producer's in the booth just laughing. All right. Just the little things. Whatever I can do to entertain Andrew, our producer. Hang on. Is it still
I
running?
appreciate that.
No, I guess it did end, actually. All right, 8:57 at the MJ Morning Show. So, folks, we are minutes away from the window opening. Between 9 and 9:20, I'll give you the next Cash Stash song title, and you want to listen for that to play during the workday, guaranteed before 6 o'clock. Yesterday's played at 11:30, so it was very quickly. It could happen at any time. I'll give you the song to listen for, be the seventh caller when you hear it later today, and you'll win $1,000. So I'll reveal the next song to listen for in minutes. You know what? Let me give away the Boy George and Howard Jones and Berlin tickets right now. So, Andrew, how many do I have to give away? Turn your microphone on. How many? Because I didn't give them away yesterday, but so do I have today's and yesterday's to give away?
There are 2 logged for today.
All right, so let's give away 2 right now. We'll give away 2 pairs right now. If you want to see, and what's the date on this thing? Isn't it coming up? It's like this weekend, right?
July 15th, yes.
It's this Saturday.
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't mind going to that show.
You want to go? You and me at Boy George concert?
Yeah, you know what? Boy George, Culture Club.
But you have to be the right caller.
And Berlin.
We can dress up.
And Howard Jones. Live your life for one day. No one ever is to blame.
You want me to take a pair of tickets off the top and give them to you?
Yeah, I might go to this show.
Okay.
Hey, Michelle, you want to go see Hojo and Berlin and Boy George and Culture Club?
Is Culture Club going to be? Isn't Culture Club the band?
Yeah, Boy George and Culture Club. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's give away tickets right now. We're going to give away 2 pairs. So we'll go with caller 25 and 26. Caller 25 and caller 26 right now. You'll win. So 2 winners, tickets to see Boy George Culture Club, Howard Jones, Berlin at Amalie Arena. It's Amalie, right? Right?
No, it's the
where is
amphitheater.
It? It's Amphitheater. I'm sorry.
Amphitheater.
So it's Amphitheater. My bad. Can I get a 1 sheet in here? Can I just?
Well, this is this is kind of a last minute deal. I mean, when we're giving them out regularly, you had all the information.
But if we're giving away, give me a 1 sheet so I know where the hell the damn concert is. All right,
it's in Tampa.
It's in Florida. All right, so caller 25 and 26, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. I want to know what's going on with this Jamie Foxx deal. I mean, this is the most bizarre story. I like Jamie Foxx. I think he's a great actor. It was a horrible story to hear that Jamie Foxx had some kind of horrific medical episode. It took the guy out for months. So all kinds of stories, speculation. Roxanne, you had heard from a very reliable source that
2
reliable sources that he had a stroke.
Yes, I did. One person who said he's very close with their family. And I believe him, of course. And he said, yes, he absolutely had a stroke. And then another person who I know is friends with him.
Well, that's pretty good sourcing, I think.
I would
Do you
think
know
so.
that's friends with? Is the person that's friends with him famous?
I mean, maybe they think they are. I don't know.
But the issue here is that Jamie Foxx was out of view. It was like an embargo on information. We just weren't getting anything about Jamie Foxx. Academy Award. Didn't he win the Academy Award?
For Ray?
Yeah, for Ray.
Yeah, Academy Award-winning actor. I mean, I think he's tremendous. I think Jamie Foxx is, I love the guy. And then he disappears, medical episode. You know, people were wondering, is this guy ever going to talk and walk again? You know, we're hearing this massive stroke. And suddenly, he appears out of nowhere. Suddenly, Jamie Foxx last weekend is on a boat waving to people on the Chicago River. Next thing we hear, he's playing golf at Top Golf, right?
Pop stroke.
Or Pop Stroke.
He's healthier than ever.
Hold on. No, I think you guys made the Pop Stroke
Was that
joke.
the joke we made?
Yeah.
I
think it was at a Top Golf.
Froggy, I want you to know, I was laughing at your stroke joke yesterday in my head.
There's nothing funny. Dude, there's nothing
funny about strokes.
There's nothing funny about a stroke.
But he was playing golf the next. I mean, come on.
All right, so he is out of commission. I mean, it was almost like he was on his deathbed, and then suddenly he's on a boat. Then he's eating green eggs and ham with a goat. And then he's playing golf. And now the latest. So obviously there's a reason why I'm bringing this up again.
Was he running a marathon?
Well, you're pretty close. Now he recovered a lost purse for a woman in Chicago.
Oh, now he's a hero.
What the hell?
Was he Spider-Man?
What is going? Jamie Foxx isn't just out and about as he recovers in Chicago. He's saving the day for a woman in distress, according to TMZ. The video is pretty wild. It shows Jamie in a chauffeur-driven SUV roll up next to a group of people riding through downtown Chicago on a pedicab, which, by the way, I don't know about Chicago, but, folks, I'm going to tell you right now, if you get one thing from this MJ Morning Show today, if you're a tourist in New York City, stay away from those pedicabs, those bicycle-powered little taxi things.
Why?
Like a rickshaw, because they will rip you off. It's like $9 a minute or something.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I got ripped off in Toronto years ago. They charged me like $90 to ride across the park from one block to the next.
Exactly. Stay away from the pedicabs, and they'll hassle you. They'll try to get you. Do not go in a pedicab in New York. You're going to get your intestines ripped out through your butt.
One time I rode one. Yeah, that's severe.
How dangerous are these things?
All right, listen, I'd rather have COVID spat in my face than get into a pedicab.
One time I rode a pedicab in Jacksonville, and I am 100% certain that the driver was on meth. It was during the Super Bowl.
Was he pedaling really fast?
Yes. He was.
Those are the best kind.
Well, that was the thing. I was like, I kind of feel uncomfortable, but yet we're moving really fast.
Very quick. I'm late for a very important date. All right, so now we've got Jamie Foxx. It shows him in the SUV, and they're all in the pedicab. They're all thanking Jamie Foxx profusely for returning a purse.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So
Stop it.
The story continues.
The man who posted the video says his mother had lost her handbag. Apparently, Jamie found it, somehow tracked down the group. You clearly see him smiling and hopping back into his chauffeur-driven limousine, into the SUV after handing the purse. TMZ
set up?
I don't know. It's like
sounds set up.
It does. It sounds like
it's fake.
It sounds like a stunt.
Next, I'm telling you, tomorrow we're gonna have a story that he entered a burning building and rescued 4 kids off the 4th floor of some burning apartment complex in Chicago.
Well, in between finding purses and rescuing children in burning buildings, do you know what his latest sport obsession is? Pickleball.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He was seen playing pickleball?
He was spotted on pickleball courts in
so
Chicago.
all he does now, he's healthier than ever.
Right. Until he speaks to a camera, until he makes himself available, I'm not even 100% sure it's him.
It's just weird. It's just strange. I'm waiting for a story by the end of the week that he brokered an end to the Russian-Ukraine war. I think that's going to be
that's on the horizon.
That's going to be a Fox News alert.
Jamie Foxx News alert.
Yeah, well, what do you think I was going with that?
I don't think you thought of it.
Okay, all right. The guy's name is Jamie Foxx.
You have music named Fox News Alert.
And it's a Fox News alert.
They must be like, all right, we need to make people think you're healthy. Let's get you on a boat. Let's get you at Top Golf. Let's get you the pickleball. We'll get you to save somebody. Their purse.
What if it's not even him? What if it's like his number one stunt double? Like, hey, listen, we need you to cut your hair a little bit and act like Jamie and just do crazy stuff.
I'm just telling you that it's just a little weird that it's like overload now.
And there's no strong statement to go along with it. Not that he owes anyone that, but I mean, you would think he would come out and publicly say something or do a little IG video. Hey, guys.
Just seems a little bit weird.
Seems a little sus.
Yeah,
that's what my kids say too.
Hold on, your kids are 3 and 6, and they're using the word sus.
Yep.
I mean, this sus.
Hey, who's our guest?
This is Jenna Rudolph.
Hey, Jenna, grab your mic. So, Jenna is a friend of Roxanne's.
No, the daughter of Roxanne's doctor.
That's right. So, this is the daughter of your OBGYN.
Yes.
Gotcha. And I had met him before. It's Dr. Rudolph.
Dr. Rudolph.
And I had met him before because he's friends with Paul Delgado from Fox 13. Oh, did you see that Fox 13 got a new set?
Did they?
Yeah, they just debuted their new set. My God. Fox 13, the number one news in town, and their main news set looked like it was a pile of ass out of market number 147. I mean, I couldn't believe how bad the Fox 13 set was.
Well, they had a retro look.
Well, it wasn't a retro look. It was a crap look.
I never noticed.
So, oh my God, it was the worst. You look at their set, and it was like they had like some water damage or something collapsed in their main studio, and this was like a makeshift set that they slapped together in an emergency, and that was their set for 8 years. The main set on Fox 13 was it was garbage. It was awful. And they just debuted an all-new set. It looks 100% better. How they allowed that for that many years, being the top news organization that they are, that's stunning. And Paul Delgado, he's got a whole new weather set.
Wow.
It looks great. Anyway, so your dad, Jenna, right?
Yes.
Your dad is friends with Paul Delgado.
He is, yeah.
And I was out to dinner with your parents, I don't know, some years ago. So,
wow.
And you're shadowing us today?
I am, yeah.
And you go to college where?
I go to Elon University.
Oh, in North Carolina?
North Carolina, yep.
Wow. And what is your major?
I'm majoring in strategic communications, which sounds super fancy, but it's not that.
Well, we're very strategic.
Yes.
Thank you for attending my university.
Sounds like you're going to be unemployed is what it sounds like.
Hold on. Say hi to Elon Musk, who is the founder of your university.
Oh, yeah.
It is me. I have founded your university, and I'm going to kick Zuckerberg's ass.
And what did you say? Zuck is a what?
Zuck is a cock. He lets his wife watch him do it. His wife likes to watch him do it with other men.
Anyway, Jenna, great to have you in studio this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Her dad is the best. I would do anything for him because he brought my 2 children into this world.
Anything.
That's fantastic.
So, when you met Dr. Rudolph, did he's like, hey, MJ, nice to meet you. I know everything about Roxanne. Was that like the intro?
Inside and out.
Was that the intro?
No, I didn't know you guys then.
Oh, okay.
So no.
I don't know the timeline.
And you wouldn't say that about any patient.
I don't know. You're just trying to break the ice. Hey, we have something in common.
I do have to say this, and I hope I don't embarrass Jenna because it's your dad, so it's just weird. But
you're not going to whip out like a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer joke, are you?
Oh, God.
But he is a big hit with my daughters because they know he delivered him and his name is cool. Right. Okay, but anyways, when I was delivering my first child and I was in labor for 13 hours, I had plenty of time for people to come visit me.
Right.
And so all my friends and female relatives who would come and see me waiting to push the baby out were like, that's your doctor? He's so cute.
Okay,
like,
this is getting weird. Oh, God, your OBGYN is hot?
Oh, my God.
My doctor looks like
It's
Susan
awkward
Boyle.
enough that we have Roxanne's lady part doctor.
Did you just say your doctor looks like Susan Boyle?
Yeah,
for
that's
you?
the way I like it. Turn and cough. Don't have to worry about nothing.
All right. What do we do?
I'm moving along.
Did we give away tickets here?
Yes, we gave away tickets. I don't need to take the
Okay,
winners.
I know what we're
all
doing.
right?
I know what we're
so,
doing. Okay.
Andrew, we do have the winners, right, for the Boy George and Culture Club. We have the winner.
He's on the phone.
All right, so we've already given away tickets to caller 25 and 26. We'll have more Boy George, Culture Club, Howard Jones, and Berlin tickets tomorrow. Again, sounds like a great show. Amphitheater this weekend. The 15th is what? Is that going to be
Saturday?
Is that Saturday night?
Yeah, it's Saturday night.
All right. You know what? I might try to go to that show.
You said the same thing like 6 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You want to go or not?
I might.
We should all go have a party.
I mentioned Aretha Franklin's couch. And remember, I kind of quizzed you guys yesterday. I'm like, guess what was found in Aretha Franklin's couch? And Aretha Franklin, rest in peace. Jenny, you know who Aretha Franklin was?
Yes, I do.
Who was Aretha Franklin?
Singer.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Can you name an Aretha Franklin song?
Does she sing like?
A little closer to the mic.
Okay, does she? I can't name one. I can sing them, but I don't.
Sing one.
Well, sing one.
I'm too nervous to sing.
Sing it.
Come on, sing a song. Sing an Aretha Franklin song.
Jenna's no newbie. She does a radio show at like the 100-watt college radio station up in Elon, North Carolina.
It's carrier current, I think. All right.
She sings.
Go ahead.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Right.
Yeah,
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. So Aretha Franklin apparently had a handwritten will that was found in her couch cushion, along with a cheeseburger.
The remote control clicker.
And some French fries as well. No, but the update on this is the court has said that it's valid. Yeah, a barely legible handwritten document unearthed from Aretha Franklin's couch cushions the year after she died was deemed to be valid by a Michigan jury yesterday. Yeah, the news broke yesterday afternoon. Following less than an hour of deliberations and a trial that started Monday, so very fast, in Oakland County Probate Court, the 6-person panel ruled in favor of the 2 of Aretha Franklin's sons, Keith Caff and Edward Franklin, who maintained that the 2014 note was their mom's legal will. Yeah, so a handwritten, barely legible will in a couch cushion.
Wow.
And you know what? Aretha Franklin's estate had about the value of the change found in the couch as well. All right. Aretha Franklin's estate, $6 million. So listen, $6 million, that's a good chunk of money, absolutely. But wouldn't you expect Aretha Franklin's estate?
Like $50 million
Wouldn't
or
you,
something
seriously,
big.
wouldn't you expect her estate to be worth more than $6 million?
Not like $1 billion artist, like several tens of millions of dollars.
I would think 50, 60
Yeah.
million. I mean, that for Aretha Franklin, one of the most brilliant musical performers ever. Aretha Franklin, man, when I was 13 years old and I saw the Blues Brothers and I saw her in the diner scene, in the soul food scene, that just sealed the deal for me. And I at 13, I was like, man, I love Aretha Franklin.
She probably got more than $6 million just from the song "Respect" and the rights.
It's just weird. I don't know.
No, she
whether
didn't write it.
Well, no. Listen, the big money comes from the publishing.
Does she get a performing royalty?
Listen, you'd think that she would have made a lot of money, and I don't know what her writing credits were, but certainly one of the best voices ever, Aretha Franklin. So that's the update there. A Tom Cruise update. Now, if you were listening earlier, I mentioned that Michelle and Julian, they're going to see Mission Impossible. What is this? 5, 6, 8? What? I don't know what number it is, but they're going to see. And then, isn't this like a part 1? So the new Mission Impossible is a part 1. So what? There's going to be a part 2 coming, I would imagine.
My gosh, so many.
Well, Mel Brooks only did History of the World part 1. There was never a part 2.
Never got to part 2.
Never got to part 2.
That's the joke.
So exactly. So the story is that Julian and my wife Michelle, they're going to see Mission Impossible later today at a theater near me, and they asked me if I wanted to go, and because they were going to wait for the weekend, and I said, nah, I don't want to go. It's
doesn't interest you.
It doesn't. I say, you guys just go enjoy the movie. It's okay. So I have a Tom Cruise update here. Because, listen, Tom Cruise, the movie's going to kick butt. The movie's going to do a jillion dollars. The action, the cinematography is supposed to be fantastic. Probably a little short on story. But, and for me, they'll enjoy it. I just don't need to see it. But Tom Cruise, and I hope he does very well. I hope the movie does fantastically. So Tom Cruise is debunking in all the interviews, and he's doing all kinds of press and
junkets.
Oh, did you know also that there was a battle for the IMAX theaters around the country? Did we talk about this? There was a battle between Christopher Nolan and Oppenheimer and Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible to get the movie in, because they're both opening, around the same time. So Mission Impossible open now. You've got Oppenheimer opens next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. So there's competition for the IMAX 70 millimeter screens, the ones that are around the country. We don't have any IMAX 70 mil screens in Tampa Bay. We have IMAX screens and we have some 70 millimeter screens. We don't have the IMAX in 70 millimeter, and that's what you really, really want. But there's a battle for Christopher Nolan and Oppenheimer. He was pretty smart. He got commitments for a lot of these theaters, and he kind of beat out Tom Cruise. So while Mission Impossible might open in some of these IMAX theaters, the deal that Christopher Nolan made with some of the theater companies that Tom Cruise might be in for a week, but then Oppenheimer goes in. And then it turned out that Tom Cruise was calling theater owners personally to beg to keep or to get Mission Impossible into the IMAX 70 millimeter. So that's interesting. That's a sidebar. But listen to this. Tom Cruise, in all these interviews and all the junkets that they do for this stuff, he's debunking one of the weird Tom Cruise rumors.
one of the weird rumors.
All right. There are numerous Tom Cruise rumors. You know why he's a Scientologist.
There's the bunch.
Does it have to do with the same thing with John Travolta? And,
what are you talking about?
No, I don't. Nothing. All right. So here's one of the weird rumors. What are you smirking at over there?
Honestly, what I'm smirking at right now is your body language when you just did all of that. You're like going like this,
Well, people
leaning back and forth, left to right, left to right.
People can watch me on MJTV. We are live on TV. All right. So Tom Cruise is saying that one of the weird rumors that has pervaded is completely false, untrue. Do you know what that is?
What, he has a sixth toe.
Very close. He says it's completely untrue that people that work on the set are told never look him in the eye.
Well, of course that's untrue.
Yeah, it's untrue. He says that it's a ridiculous rumor, doesn't know where the hell it started, and that it's completely false.
Well, it's absolutely crazy because I know some people who have met him in person and like dined with him, and
of course you do, Roxanne.
I'm trying to make it,
people that
legit.
dined. People at the Last Supper with Jesus.
How old is that person?
Yes,
very old.
My gosh!
You know what? He said JC hogged all the fish.
But anyways, he has the best eye contact in the world. And
eye contact.
Yes,
So
that was like one thing about him. Like, oh my gosh, he makes you feel like you're the only person in the room in the world.
creep.
Like. Intense.
It is not true that you're not allowed to look Tom Cruise in the eye if you're cast or crew on a movie.
What do you expect him to say?
So he says.
It's true.
So
I don't want the grip to look at you.
So you think it is true that he's just saying?
Tom, is it true nobody can look at you? None of the guys making $12 an hour on your set can look at you? Oh, no.
Listen to the way he was screaming at the workers in that one clip.
What about his crotch? Can you look at his crotch? Because I think Fester would be just staring at Tom Cruise's crotch all day long.
Yeah, if you can't look him in the eye, then look down.
Let's give away right now the information that you need to win $1,000 later on. The time is now 9:19. I say between 9 and 9:20, so it's 9:19. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the MJ Cash Stash song for today. You are waiting to hear. Cash Stash song is Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. It's guaranteed to play. Sometime during the workday today, it's guaranteed to play before 6 p.m. When you hear I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett, be the 7th caller at 800-990-1047 and win $1,000. Join the club. On Monday, Cheryl from Wesley Chapel won $1,000. Yesterday, Amanda from St. Pete won $1,000, and you could be next. Keep listening to Q105 all day long. Call when you hear I Love Rock and Roll, Joan Jett. Be the 7th caller and win $1,000. This is a local-only contest. This is not one of our national contests where you're competing against other stations in our company. This is a local-only contest, $1,000 to a Tampa Bay area listener. So keep listening all day. And this is the only time when I say we're going to give away the song title between 9 and 9:20, we are not going to repeat the song title. That's it. So that's why you have to be listening between 9 and 9:20. And during the course of this contest, which is going to run this week, next week, the week after, we're giving away thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. I'm not going to go all the way to 9:20. So it just depends on the flow. So I'm going to try to, give it away, or give away the song title at varying times between 9 and 9:20. Little programming note here on the MJ Morning Show. So good luck, and I hope you grab the grand later on. Loose ends. Britney Spears, butter in the restaurant. Why does butter in the restaurant taste better than your butter at home? Also, a travel nightmare. Have you ever heard of a term called skip lagging? This is an airplane story, and this is real. And I've heard of people doing this, and I find this fascinating. It's an airline travel story. And a little bit of a hiccup up in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'll explain what happened. All right, hang on. We're loaded next. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show is next here on Q105, so stand by. Now, Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck of the MJ Morning Show here on a Wednesday. A lot of things to get to, including Britney Spears and then memoir. I guess we've got a publication date. So the title, the cover art, and the release date for this Britney Spears bio, which is highly anticipated. And remember, we had some items over the last couple of months that there are a lot of people that are in fear of this biography. And weren't there stories that we talked about that the lawyers were extremely busy trying to vet everything, that Britney allegedly was going to go for broke in this, and a lot of people were going to be called out, and there was concern about lawsuits and people that thought that they were going to be the subject of some absolute, butt kicking, that they were like trying to preemptively make sure that they. You remember we talked about this a couple of months ago?
Did. But in all of this, so far, I haven't seen any specific names of people whose attorneys are coming after or approaching her. So I wonder, have you made any guesses as to who they could be? Because what comes to my mind is her partying days with like Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton.
Well, the story was that she was just going to let it rip in this biography, in this story, the Britney Spears story, and that we talked about her lawyers and the publishing company and the vetting process, that were there going to be some stories that were going to be so outrageous that they might not make the book because of concerns about lawsuits, and also a lot of folks running scared as to what Britney's actually going to say. So here's what we know. The book is going to be called The Woman in Me. There's a black and white cover photo of a topless Britney Spears in her younger years. I don't think we're seeing like naked boobs. And it's going to be out October 24th.
What about Justin?
That's a good point.
That's
JT.
That's the big one. That's the one who has probably the most to lose after she dishes on him.
That's a good point. He's probably one of the ones where his lawyers were probably going to Simon & Schuster, who is the book is being published by Gallery Books, and that is an imprint of Simon & Schuster. Going to be interesting. I mean, I'm going to be interested to see what Britney Spears has to say.
I'll read that.
Yeah.
You know, her father, her mother. I mean, just
sister.
She hates her sister like poison, right?
I haven't even. Yes, you're right about that.
Yeah.
And I just thought about this. What about like Disney? Because remember, she was part of the Mickey Mouse Club, and Christina Aguilera. She was all of her days with that, and
Nobody's safe.
Right.
K-Fed.
Going after the mountain. I think Disney's going to be fine in her, but I can't imagine that she might talk about it. You know, how she gained notoriety and her, first job, being visible was the Disney deal, right?
Well, right. But I'm starting to think now.
That was Mickey Mouse Club, right?
Yeah, it was the Mickey Mouse Club. And that's where she met Justin Timberlake. But as we're talking, I'm thinking to myself, maybe it's going to be some of those, music execs and the people that people sometimes control the little kids who are coming up in the business. Maybe there's stuff along those lines. Powerful people.
Nothing shady happens in the music business.
No, you're nothing shady. Man, the stories that I've heard over the years or things that I've witnessed over the years, crazy stuff. All right, so Britney bio, October 24th. Hey, our guest, Jenna. So Jenna is the daughter of Roxanne's OBGYN. And, look, look at that motorhome fester. Look, is that the I-4?
No, that's a bus.
That's a Greyhound.
Oh, that's a Greyhound bus. Oh, I thought it was a motorhome.
Yeah, motorhomes don't have big dogs on the side.
Oh, is that the I-4 accident?
Coachman's do.
Oh, there was a glare. There was a glare. I didn't see the big giant Greyhound on the side of the
Greyhound
bus.
bus hit the back quarter of a semi-truck.
So, is that the I-4 accident?
Yes.
Okay. So Jenna is the daughter of Roxanne's OBGYN.
And a student at Elon,
Exactly.
a strategic broadcaster.
And she is shadowing us this morning, just kind of hanging out. Jenna, are you a Britney Spears fan?
I don't mean to make anyone feel old in here, but I think that's kind of before my time.
So, Jenna, how old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
Okay, so who do you like?
Who do I like?
Yeah, who are your go-to artists?
I just went to the Luke Combs concert this past weekend.
Oh, really?
That was amazing.
So you like country music?
I'm a big country fan.
All right.
Yep.
She picked a school in North Carolina.
Look at that. So you like North Carolina barbecue?
I do.
Do you like the mustard-based sauce or the vinegar-based sauce?
Probably the mustard.
Ooh, I'm a vinegar. So
Nobody likes the vinegar.
You got Eastern Carolina, Western Carolina.
I mean,
I like South Carolina barbecue because that's where you get really. Well, Western I think is the vinegar, and also South Carolina's vinegar as well. A lot of vinegar sauce in South Carolina. What's that? There's that famous barbecue place in South Carolina that is so freaking far out of the way. I'm dying to get there. Fester, why don't you get on your Googles over here and type in best barbecue in South. I got to bring this up. Type in best barbecue in South Carolina.
Best BBQ.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Andrew just said it. Was that on the air or off the air?
Off.
All right. Yeah, it's Rodney Scott Barbecue. Scott's Barbecue, and it's in where it's in like some out of the way place.
I gotta find it. Scott's. I gotta
Well,
look
go
up
to
Scott's
number
Barbecue.
one. It's going to be number one in South Carolina.
Click through all these 23.
You don't have to click. You just scroll. But I love good barbecue. Hang on, I'm just going to bring it to the bottom of the list here. And I'm sure Scott's Barbecue is going to be. Yep, it is. Look at that.
Hemingway?
Hemingway, South Carolina. Number one on the list. 25 best barbecue spots in South Carolina. It's Scott's Barbecue in Hemingway, South Carolina. And it's like nowhere near anything. So I told Michelle, I said, well, let's just take a trip. Let's just fly into the closest airport one weekend and just fly in and try this place. That and go to North Dakota, the only state I've never visited. All right, so Britney Spears, before your time, Jenna. All right.
Yep.
All right, now moving along here, I asked the question earlier, why butter always tastes better at a restaurant than at home? You ever notice that?
I love butter in all scenarios, but you're right. I started to think about it more. It does, because it's just really sweet and creamy and the right temperature. Yes.
Well, here's the deal. Comes down to a couple of factors. I saw this from some site called Tasting Table. It just kind of showed up in my Google feed, when I swipe right and I get that whole feed of stories. And I get a lot of good stuff out of my feed. They say it comes down to a couple of factors. While the actual butter itself used in restaurants is usually no different than the butter. You know who makes great butter?
Land O'Lakes?
No.
Parquet?
Yeah, I mean.
Don't say it's not butter.
No, Massimo.
Really?
So Massimo's restaurant in Palm Harbor, right behind the Outback on US 19. Massimo, every day they have a featured butter. They make a custom butter, so they take a high quality butter and they mix different,
They make a compound butter?
a rosemary sage butter. They just have different it's a red pepper. They make great butter. So Massimo, kudos to Massimo in Palm Harbor. His butter is fantastic. So it says the butter used in restaurants is usually no different than the butter you can purchase at the grocery store. Restaurant kitchen employees and chefs employ specific practices that have an impact on the quality and flavor, though, including butter. First and foremost, chefs tend to use fresh butter, whereas at home, you're often pulling from the butter carton or slicing into a stick that's been in your fridge for weeks.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
It's not like you're making butter at home.
Yeah. On top of that, restaurants store that fresh butter at the perfect temperature in order to ensure maximum flavor on every plate that leaves the kitchen. So while the butter starts out the same, it's just some handling and practices and temperature maybe, and the fact that they turn it over very quickly that makes butter at the restaurant taste better. And Fester's over here drooling. Look at your shirt. It's all wet.
Okay.
As I mentioned, butter.
Butter is its own food group as far as I'm concerned. But
of course it is.
I got to say, this is a little anticlimactic. Of course, it's going to. I thought it was going to they added like an ingredient, like they added more salt or
crystal meth.
That would be some great butter.
Crack butter. They're adding crack.
Oh,
you know what I did? You know what I did when I made popcorn last night? I took
You
the
sprinkled
butter.
methamphetamine on top.
Kids are still awake.
Yeah.
I melted the butter and then I put it in the cup to pour onto the popcorn.
Yeah.
And then I said, Evelyn, come here. And I took a sip of it and I go, don't tell Daddy.
You sipped on hot butter out of a cup.
And then you called your kid over and put them in the position of lying to their
so
father?
weird. Nobody drinks butter.
Oh, God. If you worked at a movie theater, let's say you worked at Cobb or AMC or Regal or whatever. If you worked at the concession counter, would you put your mouth under the hot butter machine and go? And
so good.
Jeez.
I definitely would.
All right, so this might be our final thing today. And it's this airport air travel story, and I find this fascinating. You guys ever hear of skip lagging?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've never done it. But a couple things you have to be particular about.
You know what? I think I did this once.
Deliberately?
Yeah. I think I did this back in the 90s. I'm trying to remember because I'm pretty sure, but I haven't done it since. So what happened here is a Charlotte, North Carolina father says his son was detained at the airport before having to purchase a new ticket. Listen to this. The purchase flight from Gainesville, Florida to New York City with a layover in Charlotte. The plan was for the teen to get off the plane in Charlotte where he lives. His father says that he would have never put his son in the predicament if he knew this would happen. It was the first time that Logan Parsons flew himself. We've skip lagged before, so we've used skip lagging almost exclusively for the past 5 to 8 years, said Hunter Parsons, Logan's father, booked the flight from Gainesville Regional to JFK via Charlotte. Hunter Parsons felt his son would be okay, but once at the airport in Florida with his North Carolina driver's license, the gate agent was skeptical of his final destination. Interrogated a little bit, ultimately taken to a security room. They kind of got out of him that he was planning on getting off the plane in Charlotte and not going all the way to New York JFK and not, making the connection for his flight. So he was going to get on the plane, Gainesville, fly to Charlotte, then do a gate change to get on the Charlotte to JFK flight, but wasn't going to go through with the second part of the flight. And you want to know why this is? Because a lot of times you can get a cheaper fare by booking to another city. And if you have a stopover in your destination, you really want to get off at that stopover, you just get off.
Sounds like a lot of work.
What's a lot of work?
I mean, you book a flight, let's say you book a flight to Los Angeles via Chicago or whatever, but it's cheaper to fly to Chicago this way than that way.
Right. So you're booking the fare to a different destination, but you're able to get off the airplane at a midway point, and in a lot of cases, it's cheaper. So the fare from Gainesville to Charlotte was more expensive than flying Gainesville to JFK, believe it or not.
So,
and it's the algorithms, it's the way the airlines work. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
You have to also not check a bag.
Exactly, or else your bag is going to JFK. The Parsons weren't aware hidden city ticketing, also known as skip lagging, is frowned upon in the airline industry. An American Airlines representative canceled the ticket and made the family purchase a new direct flight ticket from Gainesville to Charlotte and not Gainesville to JFK with the stop in Charlotte. It's the first time he'd flown, blah, blah, blah. Airlines have been cracking down on hidden city ticketing. In 2018, German carrier Lufthansa, which does fly out of Tampa, brought a lawsuit against a passenger but later dropped it. Father believes that there's a bigger question needs to be answered. Was it a security issue, a contract issue? American Airlines sent a statement to the Queen City News saying purchasing a ticket without intending to fly all flights to gain lower fares. Hidden city ticketing is a violation of American Airlines terms and conditions. And when you buy a ticket, you agree to their terms and conditions, is what it comes down to. So, again, there are a lot of people that do this. And do they always know if you got off the plane? I think sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
What if you just miss your connection again and again and again and again and again?
I was drinking in the bar. I was getting all loaded up at the brewery down in near Gate 36.
That's a good brewery.
So, folks, yesterday I bought nothing from Amazon Prime.
Oh, luckily you have all day today.
Today I will buy nothing from Amazon. You know how many people just buy stuff they don't need because, it's on sale on Amazon Prime?
This is a big day. Not just Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime days. All day yesterday, all day today.
Well, listen, as I've said before, I try to avoid using Amazon. If I can, buying locally or buying from smaller, independent mom-and-pop companies. I told the story about the cutlery I bought. I bought a whole bunch of new global knives, and I bought from a place in Illinois, and their price was actually lower. You got to be careful.
for you.
But with Amazon, you got to be careful because people think, Amazon, it's an app. Oh, my God, it's got to be good. It's got to be cheap. And a lot of times, Amazon does not have the best price. A lot of times, Amazon prices are higher. That's to compensate for the 12 million gray vans that are running all over the place. You know?
I have my eye on an under-the-desk treadmill that I really want to buy. I can get a great deal on it. And would you guys mind if I
I thought
did
you were
a
going to say
treadmill the whole
something else
time?
about under the desk. Sorry.
Pervert.
Only a midget can use it?
Under the desk treadmill?
Yeah. And you stand, like I would be talking to you guys right now, but I would be huffing and puffing a little bit
Hold it, you're
because I'd be
standing
working
or
out.
sitting down?
Well, it's
Sitting.
under the desk, so
So if it's under the desk, you'd be sitting and your feet would be dangling and your feet would just be moving on the treadmill.
But that makes no sense. It's the treadmill. You have to walk on it to get the
Well,
benefit.
then you're
so I'd be standing.
You're standing up. And
Yeah, I'm
then
standing
How are you
up.
going to stand if it's under a desk? How are you going to stand on the desk?
Exactly. I mean, Shorty Shane maybe, but
It's one to use at work. That's the point of it. It's a working person's treadmill.
Why don't you buy that for the midday show? I don't know that we need you huffing and puffing in the corner while he's doing morons in the news.
I think we're done. I can't wait to announce again tomorrow morning the winner that we're going to have later today with the $1,000 MJ Cash Stash song. Again, I can't repeat it now, folks. You got to listen every morning between 9 and 9:20, and we reveal the song title that you're listening for, and when it plays, be the seventh caller and win $1,000. 800-990-1047. So we announced the song, a half an hour ago. And now you're just waiting to hear that song play on Q105 and be the seventh caller, win $1,000. And we're going to do this for weeks and weeks. We're giving away tens of thousands of dollars right here on Q105 and the MJ Morning Show. Folks, have a great day. Anything else where we go?
I mean, we left a lot on the table. How about the hyper focus versus scatter focus stuff that I've been reading about, MJ?
Let's get into that now.
I'll write this down for tomorrow.
Okay,
Roxanne
please do.
wants to talk about hyper focus.
And scatter focus. And I
Yeah.
want to say thank you to Jenna for being here.
Right.
Yeah, thanks, Jenna.
Thanks for having me.
All right. You don't want to be an OBGYN like your dad?
Absolutely not.
I'll tell you what, the MedMal insurance premiums are ridiculous. No, seriously, like OBGYNs, it's like the highest of all, right? I think.
I'd have to ask him.
Your dad ever talk about MedMal insurance?
Not with me.
Oh, well.
Her dad doesn't make any mistakes. He's a great doctor.
No, but you got to have it, of course. But just ask him about MedMal.
Okay, yeah, I will.
Yeah, when you get home. Say, MJ said, hey, ask about MedMal insurance. Speaking of insurance, we got to... Did you see the Farmers? Was it Farmers dropping...
Yeah, Florida's going to drop homeowners
Oh,
in Florida. I saw the what's his name? The guy who we know in Tallahassee, the commissioner.
The governor?
No, the other guy.
No, the guy we talked to on the
Peronis.
show.
Oh,
Jim.
Jimmy Petronis.
Petronis, him. I saw his tweet. He's pissed at him.
Well, listen, it's a mess. Florida insurance, homeowners insurance is a mess. And they got to fix the insurance issue in the state of Florida. I mean, stop with all the culture war crap and, and picking fights with Disney. Let's fix the insurance issue. It affects everyone. Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, liberals, we're all affected by this. Independents, fix it. And I ran out of my damn music bed. Hey,
What a way to end it.
Let me start it again.
Oh, God.
All right, folks, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. And we'll see you for the Thursday edition of the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And let's be careful out there.